Hello, everyone. This is Tyler McMillan here, host of the Basement Podcast. Before we get into today's episode, I'd like to take a couple minutes to thank some of our friends and sponsors out there that are helping make the Basement Podcast possible. First up, we've got Rollin' Dough Pizza located in Tompkinsville, Kentucky. Rollin' Dough's got fresh dough, loaded toppings, and some of the best pizza around. To me, Rollin' Dough's one of those places that you go for the whole experience and not just a place that you go because you're hungry. Rollin' Dough's ran by a great family. They've got great food, and it's a great atmosphere. And next up, we'd like to give a big shout out to our friends down at the Eatin' Table, one of our newer sponsors. The Eatin' Table is located just outside of Gamel, Kentucky. If you're looking for a great home-style cooked meal, that's the place to go. The Eatin' Table offers burgers, daily specials, steak dinners, breakfast foods. They've got the whole package. Personally, the Eatin' Table's got some of my favorite breakfast food in the whole area. So if you're looking for a good breakfast in the morning with a good coffee, stop by the Eatin' Table. Either way, if you're in the area, next time you're deciding where you want to eat, stop by Rollin' Dough Pizza or cruise on down to Gamel and stop by the Eatin' Table. Make sure that when you do, you let them know that your friends down at the Basement Podcast sent you. So thank you guys. Now let's get into the episode.
We're in the basement. We're in the basement. We're in the basement. I said we're in the basement. And if you're not in the basement, you need to be in the basement right now, because you're missing out. We're in the basement, and if you're not in the basement, you need to be in the basement right now. Tompkinsville, Kentucky, Center Point Road. You need to be in the basement. You need to be in the basement right now, because you're missing out. And if you're not,
And welcome back, everyone, to the Basement Podcast. This is episode 8. We've got a special guest for everyone that I'm excited to introduce. Excited to sit down and spend some time with a good friend of mine, former teammate, and I guess that about sums it up. Just a really,
former teammate and friend.
Former teammate and longtime friend, what I would consider one of my closest friends out there. We've got Mr. Tanner Kendall with us today. So Tanner, take just a second and introduce yourself to everybody. Tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Yeah, so as Tyler said, I'm Tanner Kendall, born and raised in Monroe County. Graduated in 2011, went to college at EKU, went to grad school, became a physical therapist, and I've been working home health physical therapy for the last 7 to 8 years now. And my wife is Lauren Kendall, and I have 3 children, Ellie, Reese, and Beckham. And yeah, like Tyler said, lifelong friends for quite a while now.
Yeah, long time. Every time I see Ellie and Reese and, of course, Beckham, it just seems like time is flying by. They're getting, like, big so quick.
Dude, it does. Literally so quick. I mean, how old are your kids right now?
Asher is just turned 7. Harlan will be 4 in June.
Yeah, so, I mean, very similar with our oldest two. Ellie's 8.
Yeah.
Reese is 4, about to be 5, and she'll be 2 in October.
Now, are Ellie and Reese in Little League right now? Little League is starting to take over my life.
Yeah, no, it will. So Ellie didn't do softball this year, but she's wanting to try golf for the first time. So we're about to get into that.
Oh, wow, golf.
And Reese is doing soccer for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's eventful because the 4 through 6 age group is hilarious, no matter
Yeah.
what sport you play.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if you've coached any of the little league, but
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I think it's hilarious, just getting them out there and watching them run
Yeah.
and do funny things.
It takes a special person to coach like that age group. I coached Asher's flag football team, and I helped Kaylin McPherson coach basketball this year. Now baseball, I'm leaving that to the professionals out there. But yeah,
No, I feel you there. I had a couple parents say the same thing with me. They was like, "You got to have a lot of patience," and I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, "You just got to have a little patience, and then just understand how old they are, and then
Yeah.
you just go with it.
Oh,
Let them
yeah.
have fun. That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing is they got to have fun, or they won't want to play."
oh yeah, that's like we went into especially flag football, like where I coach at the middle school. Like my mindset is going into the season, I just want all these kids to keep playing and want to play next year. That's like my only. I mean, yeah, that's like my only goal really in kindergarten and first grade for football. I just want them to love the game and keep playing.
I completely agree, 100%. And I know sometimes parents, in particular, lose sight of that, but and end up pushing kids away.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've seen that even in a kid or two that I've coached.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, man, like just let them have fun. And as they grow older, as long as they're having fun when they're young, they'll want to keep doing it.
oh yeah,
Or hopefully we'll want to keep doing
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I'm real big into the little league coaching, and I want every kid to play.
Now, the experiences you've had with Little League, are you coaching co-ed teams or is it girls only at that age?
So at least so far, like for example, 4 through 6, everything has been. Well, we'll say 4 and 5 is pretty much always co-ed. Now, in basketball, it seemed like Ellie, when they had enough girls come out, we did end up doing just all girls because
Yeah.
we was able to do enough teams.
Yeah,
For basketball, and I'd rather have it that way because the young boys are just a lot quicker,
Yeah.
a lot faster, kind of
Yeah.
pick up on it more than the girls do at that age. So it's kind of a mix, but gradually when they get a little older, especially I'd say first grade, then you start the
Yeah.
separation.
Now, when Beckham starts Little League, do you intend on coaching his Little League teams?
I feel like I probably will. Mainly because, one, I've noticed they always need volunteers.
Yeah,
I notice that's a massive problem is we never have enough people volunteering to coach sports. And I don't mind, especially where I've been around it for so many years. Like I feel qualified enough to coach a little league team, you know? And I put a lot of work into it in terms of like prior to practice. Like I'll write up everything that I want to achieve in practice.
Oh,
like,
I guarantee
the
you're
goals.
organized. Like,
I'm very
I know
very
you.
organized. I literally, you could ask Zach West. He's assistant coached with me in basketball, and I'll usually have a game plan of like, all right, here's what I want to do in practice, and here's what we want to accomplish. And,
Yeah.
But like you said, main thing, I want them to have fun.
I'll be curious to talk to you in a few years when Beckham gets old enough for the league to see if you think there's any difference like between coaching boys and girls at that age.
I've thought about that already.
Yeah.
I guess from talking to other parents that have boys, and they've kind of mentioned the difference in terms of kind of going ahead. And it seems like with some of the boys, they're able to go ahead and start running plays and stuff at a younger
Really?
age, it seems like. But I think the boys seem to me, this is just personal opinion, they seem more competitive at a young age.
Yeah.
Of, I want to win, I don't want
yeah.
to lose, and if I lose, I'm going to get mad.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas
There's a
the
little trash
girls-
talk involved, too.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
whereas the girls, like I remember like last year and even the year before, like we're playing a softball game and they're
Yeah.
like, all right, how much longer do we got so we can get snow cones after the game?
Yeah.
So like they were way less worried about actually winning the game and just, you
Yeah.
know,
Oh, dude,
just
like,
a difference there.
I was sitting on the bench. Of course, Kaylin was the head coach, so I'd sit on the bench and kind of like keep track of the kids over there, make sure they're where they need to be when it's time to go in. But before the game, like before the game starts, they'll line like the 5 starters up like across from each other, so you can kind of point out like who's guarding who, you know. And I noticed like I can't remember which team it was, but it was one of the first games, and Asher and all his teammates are lined up. And they're like talking trash to the other team, and the other team was like throwing it right back.
That's hilarious at that age. Like, obviously, like I'm going to get on them,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like I'm laughing on the inside,
Yeah.
like hearing that age try
it
to talk
was like,
trash.
I mean, it was like just I don't want to say cliche, like just funny stuff. Like they're like doing like the fist in the palm. They're saying you're going
that's
down.
hilarious. No, I hadn't got to see
man,
that.
I got tickled.
I haven't got to see that with the girls yet. The girls, it's more of like we get to the end of the game and they're shaking hands and they're like, "We won." Like they got to let them know, like we won. We won that game.
Oh yeah,
But that's about been the extent that I've heard them trash talk.
yeah.
That's funny.
So, physical therapy. When, like, at what point did you know, like, this is what I'm going to do? This is the route I'm taking?
So, it's kind of funny. So, prior to entering college, I'd always thought about wanting to be a physical therapist.
Mm-hmm.
But if we backtrack many years to whenever I was in, I guess, 6th grade, long story short, ended up getting staph in my foot, and this was during the time, if you remember, MRSA kind of came on the scene.
Yeah.
And it was kind of causing a lot of problems. But anyways, I got it in my foot and had to go to the hospital, and they told me I'd have to get therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the therapy at the hospital was an individual cutting on my foot with a scalpel to release the infection, which was absolutely miserable.
Oh, I'm sure.
And so after that point, I was like, oh, forget that. I don't want to be a physical therapist. I ain't trying to sit there and cut on people all day.
Yeah.
So long story short, when I entered college, I was undecided as a major. I was going to do occupational therapy. I liked it. Didn't know if I fully wanted to go that route or not. Then I switched to healthcare administration, and I finally, actually, junior year, I hadn't told many people this, but actually junior year, halfway through, I decided I was going to drop out and join the military. And told my parents, and it's like, hey, this is what I think I'm going to do.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to join the military anyways, and I don't know what I want to do in college. I feel like I'm kind of wasting money. So, needless to say, at the time, they were not big fans of me going that route.
Yeah, I'd like to have been in the room.
Yeah. 3 years in, and they were not fans of me dropping everything completely. So,
Yeah.
Dad persuaded me to stay in school.
Yeah.
He put me between a rock and a hard place to basically say, hey, you need to go stay on the route you're on and finish. And reluctantly, I did. And but where I'd switched majors so much, I had to really buckle down the last bit of school. So I took a ton of credit hours and to finish with my degree.
Yeah.
And then applied to some different schools and ended up going to grad school in Virginia.
I changed majors 3 times. How many times did you change?
I mean, technically, I went, I guess you'd say by the time I chose everything and I settled, it was about 4.
Oh, wow.
Because I ended up getting a degree in psychology.
Yeah. I think I graduated like close to 140 hours, maybe.
Oh, yeah. So you had plenty. And I was probably about the same.
Yeah, I just needed 128 to graduate.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess to answer your question, I guess whenever I decided to stay in school, I was like, you know what? I'm like, I don't really feel like I want to stay in school forever. And I knew to be a physical therapist, I had to get a doctorate. Yeah. And so I was like, that's the one thing I feel like I still would like to do. So I was like, I'm just going to go for it. And if it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, I can say I went for it, did my best. Yeah. And that's kind of how it came to be. So you do have a bachelor, like, do you have a bachelor's in psychology as well? Yeah.
Did you double major?
Yeah.
If you had went that route, what were some of the, like, career avenues you intended on exploring with psychology?
If I had of, let's say if I'd have went that route, probably something like a clinical psychologist, most likely. Like I said, at the time, I didn't think I would go down the psychology route. I felt like, hey, I'm going to get my degree and I'm going to apply for grad school and do physical therapy. But yeah, something in the psych field, it crossed my mind at one point. So what's a day in the life as a grad student going into physical therapy look like? Oh, no, not like I know for the audience sake. Like I know, I talked to you a lot. So, you were on the grind for a while. Yeah. So if we're just talking about a regular day in grad school, I will say I feel like it was much more difficult than a lot of people would probably realize. Particularly because I'm in physical therapy,
Yeah.
so I have to know the body from feet to all the way up to the head.
Yep.
Just because of the range of things that we could see. And everything from neuro, strokes, car wrecks, this and that, to, somebody having surgery on their foot and ankle. So when we took anatomy, in particular, gross anatomy and neuroanatomy, we spent a ton of time, dissecting cadavers.
Yeah.
And learning, every muscle of the body and what it does and how it, functions with this and that.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that while you were like going. I was going to bring that up. Like, what was that like?
Day one was interesting, seeing everybody's reactions, because we literally, it might have been day one of school. We went to the cadaver lab.
Yeah.
And everybody had their assigned bodies.
Oh, wow.
That was that. And it was kind of like right off the bat. And it was like, all right, guys, go ahead and open up your body on the table there. And there's your book. Go ahead and turn to this page. And we're starting on the back.
Man.
And so, like, right off the bat, they're like, all right, here's your scalpels. Here's how you put on the blade. And it was funny because you was in a group of, like, 5 people.
So your group of 5 had one body?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so all around the cadaver lab, there's bodies everywhere. But it's funny because you saw who right off the bat was really nervous. Some was like, I might be sick.
Yeah.
And so nobody wanted to be the first person to, like, go ahead and start, all right, let's cut this body open.
Yeah.
But, after you start doing it, you're halfway through the semester and nobody thinks anything about it.
Oh, yeah, I'm assuming there's, like, you get a little desensitized to it eventually.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
So, like, was that something going into the program like you expected, or was that, like a shock?
I knew that I would have to have anatomy, and I was pretty positive I was going to have to, work on a cadaver.
Yeah.
I don't think I realized the extent that we was going to be working on it. I mean, by the end of the semester, I mean, you've got a cadaver, wide open.
Yeah.
Like, you're seeing every muscle, every layer of muscle, and then you go to neuro, and then everything you're looking at is spinal cord and brain. Yeah. And so I didn't realize the extent of how incredibly detailed we was going to get on it.
Yeah.
And it was tough. I can't even lie. It was pretty tough, but well worth it.
That's like just hard for me to even fathom. Like I get grossed out very easily.
And it's one of them things of, like, when you talk about it, it's like, it's like most people would think that way.
Yeah.
But then once you're there and it's kind of like you got to do it.
Yeah.
It's pretty quickly that you just desensitize.
Yeah. Dude, I remember, I think it might have been, was it 7th grade? Roy Graves, we had to dissect the worm in middle school.
I remember dissecting a worm. Yeah.
We had a worm and a grasshopper, and I can remember, like, just, like, gagging the whole time.
We did it in high school, too, in
Miss Dyer's anatomy.
Yep, that's what it was,
cat.
Miss Dyer's. It was a cat, wasn't it?
Yeah. I never took anatomy, but I remember, like, I can
something
remember
else,
that
too.
smell. I had Miss Dyer for, like, what the other, like, science class option if you didn't take anatomy. So I can remember the smell of those cats every year when it was, like, cat week.
And that smells a cakewalk compared to a human cadaver.
Yeah, I bet.
Especially as time passes.
Yeah. So, like, would you be on the same body for, like, for what was the duration? Like, did you switch bodies out?
No, the only thing we would, our groups would everybody be on the same body, but the difference was when it came to, like, getting tested over the bodies, they would take tiny pins and they would pin just any random thing they wanted to on this body. And so you would have like 30 seconds and you'd go body to body around the room. Yeah. And you would have to write down on a piece of paper what the pin was in. So it could be anything from a muscle, a nerve, a tendon, a ligament, like you name it, a blood vessel, and you'd have to know the name. So,
that's wild.
Yeah, it was. It was interesting. Looking back,
I feel like, and that's like, I would be standing there like, this person had a life, this person had loved ones, that, like, it would just be so surreal to me. But now, like, a lot of people do that and go that route.
It was interesting too because you would, like, I remember the table next to me, they didn't know it until we kind of opened up the middle of the chest here, but they opened them up and the lungs had, like, calcified, like hardened.
Yeah.
So it was probably ended up being like, oh, this is probably what killed the guy. It's
Yeah.
like he's got calcification all around his lungs.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of wild to see too, just stuff like that.
Yeah, I bet. So like outside of that, I remember when you were in grad school and like you would come home like sparingly, and I remember how much time you spent studying. Like, kind of maybe lay that out for everybody. Like, what's the grind like in physical therapy school?
I mean, realistically, man, it was every day. Truly. I wish I could say like, oh yeah, I'd take off, time doing this, doing that. But I mean, I feel like I realistically always studied to some degree every single day.
Yeah.
I mean, even on Saturdays and Sundays. And don't get me wrong, you had semesters, some that were harder than others. But as a whole, I mean, it's like Monday through Friday. It's like you're in class from 8 a.m. to 5.
Yeah.
And then you're in class all day. You get out at 5, you eat, whatnot, but then it's time to study.
Yeah.
And so then you're working on this, and it's like you go to bed, do the same routine all over again. And so, I mean, it was a consistent grind. And I remember actually some people thought about like working jobs while in school.
Yeah.
And I remember we had one individual that tried to, and she just did it for a short while because she realized it was kind of it was just more of a burden to try to work part-time and go to school because school just took up too much time.
Yeah.
I couldn't have worked while going to grad school.
Yeah,
honestly. I truly couldn't have. And like you said, I didn't come home very often at all because I needed the time to study. And my drive was 5 hours and 50 minutes from school all the way to home. So I realistically needed that time.
Oh, I remember like you would come home and my mindset was like, man, I got to holler at Tanner. I may not see him again for like several months.
I mean, it's true. I mean, it really is. I remember, and the one thing I hate is that I missed out on some weddings that looking back, I was like, I should have just went anyways.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like when they happened was like right at the peak of either like an extremely hard semester with a ton of stuff coming all at once from, testing and whatnot, to where I was like, like I could come home, but I'm afraid if I do, then I may end up getting a bad grade on this. And, the outcome was you realistically didn't need to get below an A or a B. Or sorry, not an A or a B. You realistically needed to have a B and above.
Yeah.
Because if you got a C, you had to meet with like the dean and discuss basically better study habits, why you've got this grade, and ways that you was going to improve. And so your GPA had to be a certain point, or there was like repercussions. And it was like, I believe it was below a C.
Yeah.
Wasn't an option. It was like if you got below a C, then you couldn't move on.
Yeah.
So you technically would have to stay back a year, I believe it was, with the prior class.
Yeah.
And I want to say if you were to fail a class or two or something, that like they could basically dismiss you completely and be like, sorry, you're done with the program. So I think that was a big pressure area for me of just being like, all right, you have to do this. It's not an option if you don't.
I believe, like, correct me if I'm wrong, physical therapy school is not like the easiest thing to get accepted into. Like, no matter where.
It's not.
Like, not to call any names or anything. I remember like having some friends that like they were dead set on that being the route they're going to take, and then they ended up like not being able to get into a physical therapy program.
Oh yeah, and 100%. And I remember they told us the actual statistics of our school of how many applied. And I forget. I want to say it might have been like 700 plus applied or something.
Yeah.
But there was only 32 spots.
Yeah.
And so, your odds are not very high unless you've got a very good GPA.
Yeah.
And you score high on the entrance exam. Yeah. That's really the two most weighted items.
Now, what is the entrance exam for the physical therapy program? Did you take the
I would have to Google it.
Did you take the GRE, or is there like a specialized test?
Actually it might have been the GRE.
Was it? I don't know, like
I was
when I graduated, when I graduated from Lindsay, I took the GRE and I took the LSAT. See, like my intentions were, I also had a psychology and human services degree. And my intentions were to go to law school.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
So I remember I took the GRE because I wasn't.
I think it was the GRE, by the way.
I didn't
believe it was.
That was a pretty difficult exam. I couldn't tell you what I scored on it. I can't remember.
I believe it was the GRE.
I can still remember my LSAT score, but so like I graduated from Lindsay undergrad, and I didn't come from like a direct like long line of people that graduated from college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure, like I didn't really have an abundance of people to like ask like what I need to do to get it. So like I just took the GRE on a whim, and like the schools I was applying to, they like I needed to take the LSAT, so I ended up taking the GRE like almost for no reason.
Yeah.
Now, like a lot of the law schools would look at my GRE score, but it was like the LSAT that they looked at primarily.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. But I believe it was the GRE.
Yeah. It was a pretty difficult test, if I remember.
It was. It kind of was one of those that studied you, that you had to study over, multiple subjects, math, reading, English, this and that. But it was pretty difficult. I want to say I might have taken it. I know I took it 2 times. I might have took it 3 times.
Yeah.
Because I knew how much weight that it held of me getting in. But yeah, going back to what you were originally asking, it's very competitive now, really, for any PT school of people trying to get in.
Yeah.
I mean, you have got to have a high GPA and score good on the GRE.
Yeah.
If not, then, I mean, you can keep on applying year after year and keep, you can retake classes, you can retake the GRE. I mean, you just do what you got to do to get to that point. But I applied to quite a few schools because I wanted to go ahead and get in, somewhere right off the bat. I didn't want to wait.
Yeah.
So
I understand that. So like now that you're in, you work at Lifeline still?
Yep.
Let's what's a day there look like for you? Like a normal work day?
Yeah. So I will call my patients the night before and call and set up a time for me to come the next day. And I'll usually see 6 to 7 people a day, Monday through Friday. And
is that like an hour appointment?
Yeah, about an hour. Usually it's 40, we'll say 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
And I'll most of the time start 8 o'clock. Typically it's impossible for me to start earlier because most people do not want to do physical therapy before 8 o'clock. And even now it's hard to get people to do it at 8 because it's physical therapy and people are like, okay, it's exercise in the morning. And a lot of people just don't want to exercise. And I understand that. I don't fault people for that. But I cover Monroe and Metcalf. So usually what I'll do is I will try to group my people together depending on the area I'm in.
Yeah.
So
I don't know that I knew that. I don't know that I knew you. Have you always covered Metcalf? Okay.
Yeah, actually when I started, I covered Allen as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So basically if I got a day where I'm in Metcalf, I'm going to put all my people in Metcalf that day.
Okay.
And if I'm in, let's say I'm in or close to T-ville one day, I'll oftentimes just try to group everybody together that's close. Because if I can cut down my drive time, I can finish quicker and have more time for notes, which, I don't know if you've heard me talk before. But notes is what takes up everybody's time.
Yeah.
When I say notes, I'm talking about my electronic tablet that I'm doing all my medical records on.
When I was working at Life Skills as a behavioral health specialist, that was the notes that was the killer part.
Oh,
that was the time consumption.
If it was not for that, and I love my job, 100% love my job. I love going home to home and like my days fly by because I'm constantly moving.
Yeah.
I'm at one house and then bam, I'm in the car. I'm on to the next one, and I'm seeing different things. It's not always the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I forgot where I was going with that.
If it wasn't for the notes.
Oh yes, if it wasn't for the notes. If it wasn't for the notes, everybody would be all about home health.
Yeah.
But the problem is we have got a very extensive note-taking system.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a lot. I mean, I'm sitting there trying to do therapy, but at the same time, I'm typing the whole time because there's that much to put in. And that's why after work, I try to always have time before I pick up the kids because I'm sitting there, I'm typing.
Yeah.
Because there's so much you've got to include.
Oh, yeah.
So,
So I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna beat you to death on like your job questions.
Hey, you're
not
good, dude.
That's not always everybody's favorite thing to talk about. One last
fine. I don't
thing.
mind.
So one last thing, if you're sitting here across from, like, let's say a high school senior, that's dream is to become a physical therapist. What maybe advice would you give them, or like just what kind of talk would you give them?
So I had one actually the other day ask me about physical therapy school that's thinking about doing it, and they had asked me about their major.
Yeah.
And I just told them, I said, realistically, you can actually major in anything you want. Now, naturally, most people go the route of like exercise science and stuff, just because it's directed towards it. And yeah, I mean, it's a good area to go into. But the biggest things, if you're wanting to go that route and get into PT school, kind of like I mentioned earlier, you've got to have a good GPA.
Yeah.
And you've got a list of prereq classes that you've got to take. And I'm sure it's still the same.
In your undergrad? Okay.
And you've got, basically, I'd call it biology 1 and 2. You've got to have physics 1 and 2.
Okay.
Chemistry 1 and 2.
Wow.
Gross anatomy, physiology, and kinesiology, I believe.
Yeah.
But I remember those 7 or 8 in particular. It's like,
and those are all undergrad prereqs.
Yes, those are prereqs.
You might as well just get a major in something.
I was going to say, yeah. I mean, you can go the biology route and pretty much hit all those.
Yeah.
But your prereqs in particular, like let's say, for example, somebody just didn't focus on school and they took a bunch of, random classes and their GPA was bad. Yeah. But if they aced all of those prereqs, whenever they were looking at their classes of whether to accept them into grad school, they would put more weight on those prereqs than all those other classes.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So if you ace the prereqs, you're doing great.
Yeah.
The entry exam, GRE, got to score good on it.
Yeah.
And after those two things, really just, if you can just do something extra to make yourself stick out. So I worked for a short while at a court rehab as a physical therapy technician, I believe it was, just to get some experience to put on a resume. Or even, for example, shadowing or volunteer hours, doing something at, a clinic or nursing home, hospital, just something where you can show that, hey, I'm really interested and I want you to see that I'm interested. Because you got to look at it like this. You're going up, depending on the school you apply to, there might be 700 to 1,200 kids that apply for physical therapy school. And you're like, all right, how am I going to stand out from them? So you've got to look at it like that, because if you don't, then you're just going to look the same in your application as all the other ones. That's why the scores are so important in particular, because they know if you score high on that stuff, they're like that will translate into them scoring high in grad school. Yeah. So that's probably the biggest things.
Okay. Well, for anyone considering physical therapy out there as a route, I would encourage you to talk to Tanner over here before pursuing that route. I think. Yeah,
I don't mind a bit.
Man, I remember when you're in grad school, like out of all my friends that have attended college, grad school, you're probably the most disciplined and studious friend that I've got.
I tried to be. Now,
what I could see.
Now, don't get me wrong. There was many times where I would say I was studying, and I was sitting at a desk, attempting to study. But there's many times I could not focus. And I'd end up getting on YouTube or something and wasting no telling how much time. But I mean, I would be sitting at a desk with the intent to always focus. Because again, I looked at it like, if I don't do this, then it's like I failed. Yeah. So it's like it wasn't an option to fail for me. I was like, I'm going to do this no matter what.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes that's what you have to tell yourself going into anything. Like, I have to, failure is not an option.
And I agree. And I think a lot of people, personal opinion, I think a lot of times people don't look at it like that. But if you can actually get your mindset around, I'm going to do this because failure isn't an option, and truly believe it, though. If you believe that, then you will push through it. Yeah. But the problem is, I think a lot of times people don't truly believe that.
Yep.
It's kind of like, well, I'll do my best, but you know, I may still fail.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you can't think like that. Like, don't make failure an option.
Man, I can look back on my life and like just look at all the things that I've either done or attempted to do. And like I know like why I can look back and tell like why certain things didn't pan out like the way maybe I wanted it to. And a lot of the time it was because of my mentality. Like I know the things like that I went into like where I wasn't going to allow like failure to creep in. Like it wasn't an option. And those are the things that I excelled in.
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, it's like with anything in life. I mean, me and you sitting here today, like we're here today based on every decision that we make. Like on many aspects of life. It's like you can look back and be like, I could have went this route. I could have went this route, but I'm here because of this decision, this effort, this discipline that I put in. So it's kind of, you know, you are what you make of it, literally.
Were you studious, like, were you as studious in your undergrad as you were in your grad school, you think? Or was there like a moment?
No, I wasn't not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of them things, and I don't know about your college experience, but like whenever I entered undergrad at EKU, like, I did track and stuff. So like my roommate I was paired with, I'd never met before, and super awesome guy. Still talk to him till this day, here and there. And but I wasn't half studious because you know we was like, oh, we're in college, you know, we got freedom, do this, do that, and so there was plenty of times I knew I should have been studying, and I wasn't. You know, we was off doing this or doing that, and I just wasn't worried about it as much. I didn't like worry about consequences or, oh, I might make a bad grade in this class. And my grades weren't bad in undergrad, but it kind of wasn't until I really decided to buckle down. And I took a lot of classes like junior year. I was like, okay, now I know I have to buckle down. And so then that's whenever kind of my focus changed a lot. When I was like, okay, it's not an option. Now I've got to do this, and I got to do it well. So.
Oh, man. I went through. So like, I always had a lot of pressure at home from my parents to get A's. Like I never a ton of pressure. If I had gotten a B, like on a report card, I would have lost every privilege.
See, that's wild. See, I never actually felt that.
Oh, dude, if I'd came home on a 9 weeks report card. Now, like if I got a B on a test or something, like that was fine as long as I was on trajectory to get an A. That was okay. But if I had came home with a B on a report card, they would have taken video games, TV, car, like sports probably. I would have lost every privilege.
I will say though, now I will say you saying that though. In a way, I'm like that with Ellie. Ellie's 8, but here's the reason I am, and I'm not saying this because she's my daughter. It's just how it is. Ellie, we saw early on, she's intelligent. Has a great memory. Saw it from when the time she was really young up to now, and she learns very easily. Stuff comes easy to her. So I know with all her classes and everything.
You know what her potential is, or like what she's 100%. Capable of.
100%. Because I know how smart she is. So if she was to get B's, I would know it's purely because of her effort. Because she's never, ever brought home homework. She'll literally do it in after school. And I'll ask her, you got homework? Nope. You sure? Nope. And she does good grades. She always makes A's. But if she came home with a B, I'd be talking to her about it because I know what she can do and I know how smart she is. And so I can relate. Because your parents probably thought the same thing with you. And that's if I had to guess.
I really don't know what the emphasis was because I know neither of my parents had that same pressure when they were kids. Just from talking to them and talking to my grandparents. But I didn't either. But again, I saw Ellie and I saw that she was intelligent early on, so I knew that she could do school no problem. So again, see, like we were also in that generation though. I feel like mine and your generation was college is the route. Like our parents are like, you're going to college.
100%.
I feel like that had a lot to do with it. They like. My parents both worked like blue collar, like
same
factory jobs, and I don't think they wanted that for me. So it was always like I remember like my dad's like, you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist, something, you know,
Oh yeah.
where you're going to be able to bring home. Now I don't know. Like I didn't pursue any of those. That was always the plan when I was growing up, but I ended up not pursuing that.
Now that I'm a parent, I can understand that though, because it's kind of like, you know, you want your kid to achieve as high as they can.
Yeah.
You know, you want them to be able to get out into the world. You don't have to worry about them. You
Yeah.
want them to be able to take care of themselves financially. Want them to be successful in what they do. So
Yeah.
I can relate to that 100%.
I can remember my dad, like, he would talk to like I just remember like being talked about like in his presence, like, oh, he's going to be a doctor or lawyer, you know,
Yeah.
like kind of putting that like secondhand pressure.
Well, yeah, man, they got to hype you up.
But I remember like when I told him like, so this is a complex story. I actually I went into college with the intention of becoming a teacher, and then I ended up changing that major and I pursued another thing and then came back to teaching like after college. But
Gotcha.
I remember telling my dad, like, I think I want to be a teacher. And he was like, surprisingly, like, I thought he was going to be upset about it because it wasn't like a doctor or lawyer, it's, you know.
Yeah.
But I remember telling him that, and he was like, oh, that's fine. That's a good, like, career choice.
You were surprised?
Yeah, I was surprised because, like, that you don't have, like, there's not the optics around it. Like, you're not rich and, like, you know.
Yeah.
I will say this, though, and there's a lot of teachers that I work with probably that would strongly disagree with me. Like, you hear, like, a lot of the times your teachers, like, will complain about their pay. Like, and I'm not saying teachers are not underpaid across the country. I'm not saying that at all. But, like, my dad told me, I remember talking to him about it, and he's like, well, you think of all your teachers you've had. Like, none of them looked like they were, like, living in the slums. Like, you know.
Yeah.
They're all comfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, so with, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Like, with me and Michaela are both teachers, and I have grown, like, my kids are growing up with a lot more opportunities than I had. So I don't feel like, does that make sense?
It does.
I've butchered, like, how I'm wording this.
No, I know what you're saying.
Oh, man.
And I'll tell you something. Too, that I've always appreciated.
Yeah.
In regards to the profession of teachers and kind of envy is the time that the time that you are able to have off.
Yeah.
And spend either, you know, with your family or to pursue something else on the side if you want.
Yeah.
Or relax. I mean, whatever you want. Because now the hardest thing I'm finding more than anything is time.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing that I do not have enough time to do many things, and I'm searching for ways to find more time. Because I'm like, you know, there's things I'd like to pursue or learn or do this or, oh, you know, I'd love to do this with the kids. And a lot of times with work, there's just not the time you want.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're saying. I had a thought. It's just left. It's just flown somewhere. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Like the like, if you look at like a teacher's, like yearly salary in comparison to like maybe some other professions, it's going to look like, you know, it's going to be less. But like I got to thinking, like, if you look at teachers' pay based on like days worked,
yeah,
it's really not bad pay.
I was going to say, yeah, it's I know what you're saying.
I think there's a misconception. A lot of people assume that we get summer breaks and that we're paid for the summer break. And yes, I get a paycheck in June and July while I'm not at work. Yeah. But I'm not being paid for that. Yeah. I'm on a 185 day contract, something like that. So I'm being paid for 185 days out of a 365 day year. So it's really not bad. Yeah. The reason I get a paycheck in June and July is because of like the way you have the option to only get paid the months that you work. Yeah. Teachers, I assume other districts do this. I know Monroe County, like in May, I sign a paper saying I want my paycheck split up. Gotcha. Monthly, so that I get. You can sign and take your June, July, and August paycheck like in one lump sum.
I figured you probably had that option.
I'm not financially disciplined enough to do that. Yeah. Because I would if I have it, I'm probably gonna. Yeah,
You're like,
you know,
I'm gonna spend it.
yeah. You hand me that. You hand me that. I'm probably gonna buy something stupid.
That's
and
all right.
then
At least you're honest.
at the end of August, I'm gonna be scratching my head like, how am I gonna pay the water bill?
Oh, that's funny.
Was teaching ever something you considered at any point?
Yeah, I actually did. I don't remember what point in college it was, but I did. I considered going into teaching, and I was going to go the route of either history or physical education. Yeah, I did because, of course,
I can see you being a PE teacher.
oh yeah, you know me. I like
I
sports.
can see you being that like
I like exercise.
the cool / drill sergeant PE teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
I have patients that call me drill sergeant
Yeah.
at my job, so which I always laugh. But yeah, I've got that many times.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sure you saw my dad there at the tail end a
Yeah.
couple times. I'm sure he was one of those patients that wasn't like up for the 8 a.m. appointment.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think I even tried to call and do an early morning with them because I just had a feeling.
Yeah.
And if I ever have a feeling, I don't even bother unless I
he
just really
was-
have to.
He was not a morning person, and he was not a morning person before the stroke.
Yeah.
After, it was like he was really rambunctious at times.
I have people that they'll tell me right from the get go. They'll be like, "No, I'm just gonna let you know I'm not a morning person."
Yeah.
And it's funny because they'll be like, "I'm more of a 10 a.m. or 10:30 or after."
Yeah.
They might even say, "I'm a lunch or after."
Yeah.
And they will. I have some that'll tell me just flat out, like, "Yeah, don't come before this time because I ain't gonna be awake."
No, I'm not a morning person at all. You know this.
Yeah.
I'm envious of morning people. I want to be a morning person so bad, and I just can't.
I'm telling you, I'm only a morning person after I read David Goggins' book, Can't
Yeah.
Hurt Me. That's what got me in to
Really?
waking up early.
Now, when did you read this?
2000, let's see here. It would have been in probably 2019,
Mm-hmm.
I want to say. I don't even know if the book had been
Yeah.
out very long, but it's when me and Lauren, I was still in clinicals.
Yeah.
And we were living in Barberville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
I was doing a clinical, and I remember that's when I was reading the book, and I started going early morning
Yeah.
workouts.
David Goggins is a different breed of
Oh,
human.
man.
Now, how did you come across David Goggins? I
You
came
know-
across him on the Joe Rogan podcast.
I'm sitting here trying to think. I don't know if I was just looking for more of a motivational discipline book to read or what, or if
Yeah.
I had maybe seen him on YouTube.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It was just kind of by chance that I stumbled upon his book. It had
Yeah.
great reviews, and I
One of
kind
his
of read
who's
it.
going to carry the boats TikToks.
It was something. I just remember. I mean, it was really. It sounds kind of crazy,
Yeah.
but it was actually. I wasn't a reader before I
Yeah.
read that book. That was
Yeah.
like the first book that I read,
Mhm.
and actually got me into reading, and I've read ever since then. But before that, I
Yeah.
didn't want to sit down and read a book.
Yeah.
It wasn't until that book right there.
Now, do you keep up with David Goggins still, like a little bit?
I don't keep up with him, but he'll still pop up like on one of my
Yeah.
feeds, just where
Yeah.
I'll watch videos
Yeah.
of him doing or saying something here and there. And
Are you familiar with like those cross country runs he does?
like the ultra marathons?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
where-
man, he's a beast.
Are you familiar? Like I'm curious, like from a physical therapy standpoint, it's where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know like the situation his knees are in?
Oh, they're probably at this point. Let's take that back. I'm not going to say they're in bad shape, but I would predict that.
When I was listening to him talk about it on Rogan's podcast, they're in horrible shape.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
where I was going with that is they may or may not have been in bad shape, but I was going to say he's going to eventually have to get knee replacements.
I'm gonna look. I need a Jamie. That's what I need from. Do you watch Joe Rogan?
Yeah,
He's
I've
got
seen it.
he's got the guy over there. He's like, Jamie, pull that up. I need one of those.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I'm trying to look it up.
Well, and the reason I was going to say that he, no matter what, he would eventually need knee replacements is because I remember seeing a video of him not long ago of him doing an ultra marathon.
Mm-hmm.
This entire race, which I forget was how many insane amount of miles, everybody was doing it in teams of
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 people. He did the whole
Yeah.
thing by himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
And that amount of just work that it places on
Yeah.
the joints is crazy.
So I don't feel like this is as descriptive as it needs to be. But it says David Goggins has suffered from severe bone-on-bone knee arthritis and a total medial, how do you say that, meniscectomy?
Yeah.
Is it, say that right?
Yeah.
Causing him to have no cartilage left and deformed rubbing tibia and femur bones. He underwent a high tibial osteotomy, HTO.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Where doctors cut his shin bone, removed a chunk of deformed bone, and inserted a plate and screws to realign his leg. He, despite the surgery, has experienced significant severe post-surgery swelling and had to have blood drained from his knee. Despite these severe degenerative conditions, he's continued to run ultra marathons, often pushing through immense physical pain.
Oh man.
Like
see,
how? So from a physical therapy standpoint, how is he still doing this?
Well, he can do it because sounds like he's got new hardware. And
Yeah.
Can he do it? He can, but here's the thing.
Mhm.
Like, you've got new hardware, but like anything else, it's not going to last forever. And even now, doctors would tell people,
Yeah.
hey, you got a knee replacement, it'll give you a life expectancy of, and now, I feel like everybody's is good. Ideally, I feel like they're good now for 25 to 40 years, realistically, since technology has came along. But the thing is, after a knee replacement, they're going to typically want people to, all right, let's do low impact activities like an elliptical, a recumbent bike,
Yeah.
swimming, rather than going outside and running on the concrete or blacktop, because it's just, you're pounding on that joint. So yeah, it's not, in my opinion, it's not smart of him to continue doing that, because he'll liable to end up damaging it or have to get another surgery done.
This says doctors told Goggins that they could not believe he was walking, let alone running ultramarathons, as his knee bones were severely distorted due to the lack of cartilage and constant friction. So it's bone on bone.
I don't know if he's bone on bone, and he's not had a knee replacement or partial or anything. I don't know how he's doing it. I really don't.
That's insane.
If you're truly bone on bone, I've seen people severely bone on bone, like no spacing in between. And I had an individual that was basically not walking, just transferring from a wheelchair to the next seat because it was so bad pain wise.
That's crazy.
I don't know how he's doing it. I really don't.
So what do you think? What makes someone do that?
The marathon.
Yeah.
Man, he's a different breed. I know you know some about him as well. But, his whole mentality of life is basically he has overcame everything in his way, and every person that's ever told him he couldn't do anything, and he's just done it with this. His mentality.
Yeah.
I can't remember where it was, but he went to a university. It might have been MIT or somewhere. I don't know for sure, but basically there was a professor giving a speech, and it had to do with their research on people having grit and perseverance and their mentality. And the professor apparently was saying something along the lines of, well, certain people can't do this, can't do that.
Yeah.
Saying a lot that people could and couldn't do. And I think Goggins was asked to speak as well, and he got up there and he was like, he said respectfully, I disagree with the professor.
Yeah.
He's like, I went out, I did this. He's like, I was told that I could never do this, become a Navy SEAL. Yeah. He's like, everybody told me no and that it was impossible, and he's like, I've achieved it every step of the way. And then he said the professor was like, yeah, well, you're in the what we call the 1 percentile. He basically told him that Goggins was an outlier. Yeah. He's like, there's not people hardly anywhere like you to where you just push through everything, no matter the pain that it causes. But pretty impressive. I give him a lot of credit for doing what he's done. Very impressive.
So, as a physical therapist, what is your, outlook on jogging? Is it just in general? What do you think about jogging?
In general, I don't mind jogging. I I don't mind it one bit. I went to school with a lot of cross country kids on the team that ran like crazy, and today they still run and train. And I don't really think that jogging's per se bad for you. You know, wear the right footwear. Number one. You know, take care of your body.
Yeah.
Eat right. You know, and drink right. You just got to keep an eye out for the signs.
Yeah.
I feel like some people are just genetically more predisposition to bones wear out quicker.
Yeah.
Bones get weaker.
Yeah.
And you just got to keep an eye out for those things. You know, if you're an avid jogger and you've done it for years, and one day you're like, oh, my knees are like really hurting. You know, just keep an eye out, get them checked out if you need to, just to be sure that, hey, I'm not wearing them out.
Yeah.
But I'm not opposed to jogging at all.
Do you think there is a point that it can become bad for you?
That's a tough one.
I hear a lot of like, there's a lot of, if you get on like TikTok and whatever, and these physical therapists or doctors or like just in general, like your different opinions on jogging.
Yeah, a lot of people everybody's got their opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, my opinion, if you've jogged your whole life and you know you're up into your 50s, 60s, 70s, you're still jogging and you feel good, keep jogging.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to tell you to sit down or do something else. If that's your schedule and you've done it for that many years up to this point and you feel fine, you're not hurting, keep going. 'Cause, I mean, sometimes the benefits outweigh, you know, the opposite. And but you'll get a lot of people tell you the opposite.
Yeah.
They'll say, you know, jogging on concrete and blacktop will wear your knees out.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have replacements early on at this age. But I don't necessarily believe that.
Yeah.
Like I said, some people just health-wise are going to genetically be better than others in regards to certain things. So I just say keep an eye out, really.
Obviously, I'm not in the best shape I've ever been in right now. I've kind of like slacked back on working out a whole lot, and I'm not I was in pretty good shape a couple years ago. Some stuff happened. I've kind of gotten lazy. When I am in good shape, jogging's like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I don't even know like if it's more. I think it's almost more of like a mental thing for me. Now, when I'm not in good shape, I hate jogging.
Really?
Yeah, because like I don't like when I'm into jogging, I want to like get to the point that I can do 2 and 3 miles at a time.
Yeah.
When I'm not able to jog like a mile without stopping to walk a little bit, I don't enjoy it. But once I hit like past that threshold where I can jog 1 to like 3 miles at a time without walking at all, I love it.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite things to do. Like, I feel like it puts me in a better headspace.
A lot of people like
the runner's high is a real thing. I think
it is a real thing, and some people might never reach that point. But if you ever do, then I feel like everyone agrees. I personally, I hate running.
Yeah,
I'll do it, but I hate it.
That's a bit ironic.
And yeah, it is. I've had people ask me, they're like, "Do you love running?" I'm like, "No, I hate running." They're like, "Oh, really? Well, you sprinted and did this." I was like, "That's different." I was like, "I don't mind sprinting."
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you tell me to go out and we're going to run a couple miles, ideally, I'd rather go in a weight room.
Yeah.
And lift weights and do some other exercises. It's just, I don't know. I think it's maybe because I have these goals.
Yeah.
That it's like, all right, I'm going to run 2 miles in this time range. And if I see I'm not going to, then I start speeding up. Next thing I know, I'm about to vomit at the end of 2 miles because I'm trying to reach that goal.
When I jog, I never time myself unless I'm like I got like a 5K coming up or something. I would,
really,
but like when I'm just jogging, I never time myself. I never really like track distance very tediously.
I should probably do that in terms of not time myself, but it's like I can't help it. It's like I have to time myself because I want to see. All right, well, here's where I'm at. Here's my goals. I got to do this much better next time I run.
Now, let me clarify. Like, when I'm saying this, I enjoy those things when I'm in good shape. Like, if me and you went out to jog a mile right now, I'm going to hate it because I'm not in good shape.
That's understandable. That makes sense.
Yeah. But, like, I don't enjoy jogging, like, around the high school and middle school anymore. I want to see, like, one of my favorite things to do is like jog new like routes like through town. I
Yeah.
like to go. Always like to jog like through town on the sidewalks and stuff, and like take different ways back every time I went. I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I will say this too, along with that. I don't like running. However, whenever I have went out and ran with somebody around town, or like at the high school and middle school, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the conversation
Yeah,
back and forth, taking my mind off of it or what. But
Yeah.
if there's someone running with me, I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wow, it's different. So, just situational for me, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I probably prefer, like, when I'm in good shape, I probably prefer to jog alone. So I catch myself in like really deep thought.
Yeah.
Or I'm like play it like kind of when you're in the shower and you like play through like scenarios in your head. Like I catch myself doing that.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Like I'm
'cause
going through these like conversations that are never going to happen. like, you know,
the hypothetical
yeah,
scenarios.
like the hypothetical,
Oh, man.
like,
I've
oh
been
yeah,
there
this
so
is
many
what I'm going to
times.
say to that guy when he brings this up.
Dude, I can completely relate to that. It's like I know this isn't going to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the scenarios will run through my head.
Everybody does that. It's just, I feel like fewer people admit to doing it.
I'm glad you admitted it.
Yeah.
'Cause I oftentimes thought that I was the
Yeah.
only one that did that.
Oh, I play through like crazy scenarios in my head. Like,
I'm the same way.
yeah, I'm
honestly.
like, I'm just
I have
waiting.
I have scenarios I can't even say on the
Yeah,
mic because
yeah.
I'd be like, people might think I'm a little
yeah,
crazy.
because I'm like, yeah, man, let that guy say that to me. I'm gonna get confrontational real quick.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious. Hey, I've been there though. I can't say anything.
Yeah. Or like, man, I'll randomly like think about something embarrassing I did when I was like 12, and immediately get sick to my stomach again. Like, oh, why did I do that?
I've been there.
Like very well knowing nobody else is thinking about that.
Oh,
like
yeah.
nobody remembers that.
Hey, I've done the same thing. The exact same thing. That's
Yeah.
ironic you said that because I just thought it was me that
Oh
thought
no,
like that.
dude! I'll remember like things I said to people, like cringy things I said to people in like middle school, and I'm like, why did I do that? I looked like a loser when I said that.
This was just about a month ago,
Yeah,
and I'm saying this because you just said that, and it fits the subject
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about. I was going to meet this guy about something, and hadn't met him before in person, but knew who he was, and he comes outside, and he said. He's like, hey, nice to meet you. He's like, I'm so-and-so. And I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Tanner, the therapist.
yeah,
And I'm like, why did I just say that? I'm in such a habit of telling people over the phone, like, this is
Yeah.
Tanner calling, the physical therapist, that this guy who I was meeting about nothing related to therapy,
yeah.
I said, yeah, I'm Tanner, the therapist.
Mhm.
And I'm like, this guy thinks I'm an idiot. He's like, why did he just tell me
Yeah.
that? Yeah, that was just
Oh,
about a month ago.
I can completely relate to that. Oh man, I feel like a lot of people. I feel like most people probably experience the same things like internally.
I'm
and
sure.
we just
and people just don't always
we just don't
say
talk
it.
about it. It doesn't get like talked about.
I agree with that. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't actually admit it.
Oh, have you ever like played through like a scenario in your head, like a hypothetical, and then it happens, and you get to say the thing like you that you like dreamed up?
Now, I will say, I feel like you've probably had this, or most
Yeah.
people may have, but I've had like deja vu happen
Mm-hmm.
to where either I've thought of something in a scenario or had a dream,
Yeah.
and then one day it actually happens, the exact scenario, and it hits me, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
like, how is this possible?
Yeah.
Like, I dreamt this, or I already
Yeah.
thought of this, and now it's
Mhm.
happening and playing out.
Yeah.
I've had that happen a few times because it was really, really strange.
Are you ever like thinking about a person, like random, like unrelated to, like maybe have you ever been thinking about somebody like you went to school with and you've not seen them in like 10 years and then you'll see them that day?
Yes.
That happens to me all the time, and I think I'm like crazy. Like, have you ever read into like manifestation at all?
No, I haven't.
There's like a, what would you call it? Like a, what's the word I'm looking for? There's people out there that like believe in like manifestation. Like I'm not saying
Really?
I'm
No,
not saying I
I had
believe
never
in
read
that.
nothing on it though.
I'm not saying I believe in that, but
Yeah.
there is like there's a community of people that like believe in manifestation.
That
and
is
things
interesting. I've
but
never heard of that.
I catch myself, and I know people are going to hear me say this and immediately like liar. I swear I will, like a lot of the time I will think about somebody I've not seen like in a long time, and then I'll see them that day.
That is interesting.
And then I'm in the, like, I've got this internal conflict. Like, did I manifest that? You know,
That
like,
is interesting.
am I
though.
crazy?
Now, I ran across a guy just recently that I graduated with,
Mm-hmm.
who I've thought about on and off from graduation, just because it was
Mhm.
somebody I used to see a lot in school.
Mhm.
And I ran into him one week at the grocery store.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I have not seen him since probably high school.
Yeah.
Ironically, I ran into him in the same week again at the grocery store.
Yeah.
I was like, what's the odds of that? And then 2 or 3 days ago, I saw him leaving Marigold Market.
Yeah.
And I said, what is the odds of that? I hadn't seen him since high school.
Yeah. And now you've
And I
seen
ran
it
into
3
him
times.
3 times in a week. And
That's crazy.
that was odd.
Yeah.
That was very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, that surprised
Stuff
me.
like that happens to me all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
That is kind of odd.
Mm-hmm. And it's like you can't tell people about it because they think you're crazy, or they just don't believe. Like,
I was going to say,
it's
you can tell them. Who cares if they believe
it's
it or
very
not?
easy for me to say, man, I thought about you today, and here you are. Like,
That is odd.
the only person that knows if I'm telling the truth is me.
Well, yeah, of course.
Like, there's no way to like prove that I
That is
thought about
interesting.
that.
I've never thought about that before.
Yeah.
That's never crossed
It's
my mind.
wild.
Manifesting.
There's like, if you want to go down like a wild rabbit hole, like look into that on like TikTok or Instagram Reels or something. Listen to people talk about it. It's wild.
Hey, I've seen some wild rabbit
Man,
holes that I
like-
went down similar.
I've thought about like actors or like musicians before that I hadn't like thought about since like high school,
Yeah.
and then they'll like die that week.
Really?
Yeah, that's happened to me before.
No, that is pretty strange.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, why was I thinking about that? I've not thought about that in 10, 15 years, and now I'm thinking about it. Now this person is like, you see on the news they died.
That is pretty wild. It's never crossed my mind.
It's weird. Like, it weirds me out. It freaks me out. Do you get deja vu a lot?
I won't say a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of like when it does happen, it really like.
Do you ever get like a physical response to it when you have deja vu?
I have in a sense of it's like when it happens, I feel this kind of very odd, overwhelming sense of emotion because I was
I
like,
get nauseous. Every time I have deja vu, I get nauseous.
now I've never got nauseous, but I have like this rush of emotions that
Mhm.
hit me in a sense of kind of like, holy crap, like I've
Yeah.
been in this moment before.
Yeah.
And it's very strange because I'm like, this is played out.
Yeah. Have you ever read into like DNA memory?
No.
Like, you know what I'm talking about? So like there's this school of thought. I think that's the phrase I was looking for earlier. There's this like school of thought. And I'm not saying that it's accurate. I'm just saying it's out there. People talk about it. People read about it, and they're
Yeah.
looking into it. That like maybe certain phobias are like a memory in your DNA. Like maybe like if you're afraid of heights, maybe you had like an ancestor that like got hurt really badly, and it was a heights related
I've never heard
issue.
of that before. That's interesting though.
Yeah. Or like there's the school of thought like that there's like everyone is like like men are like predisposition to have like either warrior or like gatherer or like hunter DNA.
Mm-hmm.
So like like a lot of your like probably professional athletes or like your guys that like compete in MMA or like their ancestors were probably like warriors.
Yeah.
Like you track it back there, maybe in the military or like
Yeah.
even farther back.
That's interesting. I had
Mhm.
never read into that.
Yeah.
but-
That's something like Brad Crow and I talk about that a little bit at school. And it's something I maybe subscribe to that idea of like maybe not so much the memory DNA, but like the predisposition to be like a warrior, hunter, gatherer.
That makes me think back to
Mm-hmm.
reading something that was talking about the nature versus nurture argument.
yeah.
Essentially, it had to do with like how kids would turn out and how much of it was nature
Yeah.
and natural born just in their DNA versus
Mhm.
how much of it was the influence of the parents.
Yeah.
And long story short, it was about these two scientists that they had children. And somebody had, I think, asked them. They said, what do you think your children will do? And they said, well, they'll be scientists. And they said, well, yeah, that'd be nice. And
Yeah.
they said, but there's no guarantee. And the scientists, the man and wife, was like, no, they will be scientists.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, how can you know that? And I was like, because that's our life. That's what we do. And they was like, that's what they'll be brought into. And ironically, I reckon both of their children ended up becoming scientists.
Yeah.
Because the parents was engrossed in their research on just a regular daily basis, just what they did. And but I have always wondered what played the greatest role in that nature versus nurture.
Do you have an opinion on it? Do you lean one way over the other?
I guess it depends on what attributes we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I think parts of personality I feel like makes up a lot of areas.
Yeah.
I feel like, for example, with my own children, I can see parts of their personality that is natural born. Things that they have naturally, the way they behave that wasn't taught per se. Kind of like the, for example, like shyness.
Yeah.
I feel like some kids are naturally more reserved and timid, not necessarily because the parents are, but you can just see that in them from a young age.
Yeah.
Less talkative, a little more quiet, whereas you may have a kid that right from the get-go, you see they're fine. They want all the eyes on them. They want the attention.
Yeah.
And I feel like particularly like with Ellie, like I can see parts of her personality that I feel like was more nature, more from mine and Lauren's DNA. And but I feel like now as she's getting older, I can see more of the nurture aspect of things that like me and Lauren have talked about or done ourselves that now she's like, well, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Or for example, she told me she wanted to start waking up really early in the mornings.
Yeah.
So she'd have time to do things before school or to exercise with
me. Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's the obvious nurture aspect.
Yeah, that's neat too.
And but yeah, I really don't sway one way more than the other, I don't think. I think it just depends on the specific attribute we're talking about more than anything.
I probably always leaned more like toward nurture. Mm-hmm. But I remember being in like my psychology classes in college, and we would start to look into those like twin studies. Have you ever read into any of those, like the identical twins separated at birth?
No, I hadn't read.
Oh man, it's fascinating, absolutely fascinating.
Now, I will say with that, for example, you take two twins, you separate them at birth, you send one to one family that's provides very well, very nurturing, and then you send the other one into poverty with basically an unsteady household. Yeah, there's going to be a massive difference 18 years down the road. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you would think.
I would think without a doubt. Yeah. But I think that they would still both have some type of innate characteristics.
So like these twin studies, they will blow your mind when you read like how they turned out. There's like these identical twins, and I mean we studied these in like my psychology program. I can't cite the specific study now, but you can find it pretty easily. These identical twins would like be split at birth and be in like different adopted households. They would grow up, and some of them got the same job. They married women that looked the same and had the same name. Their wives had the same name. They would get the same breed of dog, name the dog the same thing. They would drive the same car, have the same job, and like they were raised on opposite ends of the country and moved to the same like 30-mile radius. That's insane.
That is insane.
Now, it didn't happen with every case.
Oh, of course not.
But there were cases. It was identical twins that happened more often with. The fraternal twins, it didn't happen as often. There were similarities, but there were like more differences with your fraternal twins.
I could see that being really interesting. Because I mean, if it's identical twins, they have the same DNA, right? If I'm right? Yeah. Same exact DNA. Yep. So I mean, it makes sense for them to always choose and lean towards the same thing on every aspect.
A woman with the same name is nuts.
That is pretty
nuts. That's
somebody. That is mind-boggling.
Like, I can
actually.
see having a dog that's the same breed, and
Mhm.
like, you can even get me on board with the dog having the same name.
Yeah.
But what are the chances of finding a spouse with the same name?
That is pretty wild.
That's nuts. Because, I mean, you wouldn't think that as people were attracted to names.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't start dating Michaela because her name was Michaela.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's wild to me.
That is pretty mind-boggling, actually.
Yeah, like, read about that sometime. If you wanted to be...
I will. I'll look that up because that is very...
I really like to read things that fascinate me.
Yeah.
Like, I like to be blown away when I'm reading about something or, like, watching a documentary or whatever.
Yeah. That is pretty interesting. I had never read on that.
Yeah, yeah. I always lean more toward nurture, and I was always like, you're more of a product of your environment than, like, this predestined, like, life. But,
yeah,
man, when you take that class and you read these studies, like, there's got to be something to it.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Well, going back to Goggins,
Mm.
if you read about his life and how crappy it was in his childhood,
Mhm.
and he came out
Yeah.
done what he did. I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't per se, wasn't because of his nurturing
Yeah.
father, because his
Yeah.
father was so rough to him, but kind of a prime example goes along
Goggins
with
is
that.
crazy.
That is wild.
He's so crazy. I watched Goggins on Joe Rogan the first time I saw him come on, but now, like, the episodes, like, after that,
Mm-hmm.
when I watch the Rogan podcast, I usually, like, only listen to episodes that I'm interested in, like, people that I'm interested in or, like, people I'm familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
I'll skip, like, if he's got an episode with somebody I've never heard of or, like,
Yeah.
somebody in a field that I don't care about, I'll skip it. I skip Goggins episodes now. I'm kind of like burnt out on him.
Have you ever? Is there any episodes of Joe Rogan's that stick out in your mind in particular? 'Cause
Yeah,
I've never really seen much of any. Just a few highlights.
yeah.
But is there anybody like he had on that just really like had a conversation, just blew your mind about certain
Bob
subjects?
Lazar.
Who?
Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar.
Yeah, that's the guy that worked at Area 51.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have you read any of that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, man, it's crazy. It's nuts.
I'd have to look that up then.
So I'm going to butcher this. Like, I'm going to try to stay away. Like, as I summarize this, I'm going to try to stay away from, like, specifics because I can't remember them. I would misquote.
It's probably good. CIA probably show up if you.
Yeah, well, they did for him.
Really, it don't
So
surprise me.
Bob Lazar worked at Area 51, and I don't remember the decade,
Mhm.
but he, for whatever reason, got out and started, like, telling the public, like, what he was doing while he was there,
Yeah.
like, massively telling, like, going on TV and telling it.
Okay.
They, like, I'm assuming the government, I don't know, somebody erased, like, a lot of his life from, like, documentation. So, like, Bob Lazar worked at Stanford University previous to working at Area 51 as, like, I guess a researcher, scientist, something like that.
Yeah.
If you, like, go and look into, like, Stanford's, like, directory now, it's like he never worked there.
Really?
Yeah, they erased it.
What in the
Whoever
world?
they is. But if you go into their, like, library archives, you can still find, like, school newspapers that his pictures in the newspaper. So he
That's
did
weird.
work there.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
So does he actually talk about anything about Area 51 in
Yeah.
detail?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, give me an example. Like,
So, like, what he claims to have done is his assignment was to, like, they would find these, like, crashed aircrafts, UFOs.
yeah.
And they're, like, when he would go into Area 51, there's, like, teams of scientists working on, like, a different, like, aircraft that they had recovered. I forgot what they called them. They call them donations.
Huh.
That's their terminology for these recovered UFO aircrafts.
Yeah.
They're called donations.
That's interesting.
So his job was to look at a specific part of the aircraft and try to reverse engineer it, or, like, figure out how it worked or why it did this.
Yeah.
There was like, the whole team working on this one aircraft, everybody would be looking at a different aspect, trying to do the same thing. They weren't allowed to communicate with each other.
That's wild.
He couldn't communicate with other researchers working on the same aircraft. So all these researchers would compile their findings and their data, and they would put them in this, like, filing
Yeah.
folder, I guess, and there was somebody way above them that got to look at all of it and put the puzzle together.
Okay. So
Yeah.
he was confirming, hey, definitely alien.
Yeah, his belief is that it's extraterrestrial, or maybe not. I think he more subscribes to that they're not from outer space, that it's from here,
Really?
like the oceans.
So just within the last, year, they've had retired pilots come into Congress and testify. They've showed video evidence now,
Yeah.
pictures, who have testified 100% and shown the video of objects moving in directions it's not possible.
Have you seen all these like propulsion experts that have gone missing lately?
Oh, yeah.
There's like 11 of them that are missing or dead.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
And they asked Trump about it, and he was like, well, I hope it's a coincidence.
Did you see the one, I don't remember his name, but he tweeted something along the lines of, just so everybody knows,
Yeah,
I
I'm
am
not
in
suicidal.
I'm not suicidal and in good mental health.
Yeah.
That is all.
Yeah.
He's like, just to let you guys know, if I go missing, someone did something.
So one of the devices that Lazar talked about that he found in Area 51 was like he said that it created its own gravity. He said it was like a sphere, like a silver sphere, and that you could do something to it and it would act and it would create gravity like
Really?
around it. So like things would like
Yeah.
almost like a magnet, but it's not.
Huh.
But it wasn't like he said you would think it was a magnet had it been only attracting like magnetic material, but it like anything around it would be
That's
drawn
wild.
to
That'd
it.
be an episode I'd definitely consider watching. Then.
It's crazy.
'Cause
I'm not saying I subscribe to any of these beliefs, like, but
I've-
it's interesting to listen to.
I mean, I find it interesting.
Yeah.
If literally Congress now is
Yeah.
talking about it
Mhm.
openly,
Yeah,
I mean, they've blatantly said, hey, we have these things that we don't know what they are, how
Yeah.
they're moving, how they're working. I mean, flying
Have you
in the
seen
sky,
the-
but even coming out of the ocean.
have you seen the videos of the one that they like shot those missiles at and they bounced off of it?
No, I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, that one's wild.
And here's the thing. I'm not saying it's aliens. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying
Yeah.
that there is something unexplainable
Yeah.
that people are like, hey, we
There
don't
was-
know what's going on.
There was this one that was like moving at a crazy high rate of speed, and we were like, I can't remember what the missiles we shot at it were called, but I guess they're like a step below like a nuclear missile, and they were just, like bouncing off of it like rubber.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, you can find that video. Like,
I'll
pretty
look
easily.
that up because I've always found that stuff fascinating.
Yeah, but now like Rogan's got a lot of episodes like that that are
Does
like
he?
very memorable. Now, to me, like the George St. Pierre episode was very memorable. Like I've probably listened to that episode more than once.
Really?
Yeah.
We're talking UFC fighter,
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
George St. Pierre.
Oh, yeah, I felt like he was a fan favorite.
He's been on Rogan maybe 3 or 4 times.
Oh, he's
And
been
I
on
know
a lot.
I know I've listened to his first episode more than once. I like to listen to his like philosophy on like life and fitness and all that stuff. Like he had especially like when I was training,
I could see him.
I really like subscribed to his like mentality.
I could see him being more of a wise
Mhm.
philosopher type.
Dude, he's so like you would think like he had over 30 fights in the UFC. So I don't know how many fights he had total like before he got to the UFC. But he had like over 30 in the UFC.
That's quite a bit.
I think I may be wrong on that. Like his record was like. Let me Google it. So I'm not,
That's a lot of fights.
let me Google that so I'm not misspeaking. GSP MMA record. I lied. I was wrong. He's 26-2 in the UFC. So my bad. He had close to 30 fights.
Wow.
26-2. Both of his losses, he avenged those losses. So like
Really?
he did lose twice, but he later on beat the people that beat him. He's my GOAT. I
was
think
so
he's the
good.
GOAT.
So good.
Like you hear 26-2, and if you're like not familiar with him, you'd probably expect this guy to be in interviews like a meathead, like not very well. He's super well spoken.
Yeah.
The only like he's gotten better. Like English wasn't his first language,
Oh, really?
so he's an English second language guy. But his English has even gotten like a lot better over the years.
I didn't know that.
He's got a strong like Canadian French accent. Yeah. He's a cool
I should have
dude.
realized that with the name Saint
Dude,
Pierre.
have you seen him lately?
Not at
He's
all. Not in years.
still in phenomenal shape. I think he
Really?
can still fight. Yeah.
That's wild.
His
know that.
career, his career would have been even lengthier, but he got diagnosed with colitis like late in his career.
Huh.
Yeah, he had like some very bad digestive problems.
Never
He
knew
would
that.
he would like pass blood when he would use the bathroom.
Dang.
And like this was happening while he was fighting. So like he's beating these top ranked guys going through
Shoot.
colitis. Yeah. Imagine if he's healthy.
Dude, he's tough as nails.
But he started intermittent fasting.
Did he?
And he's relatively like symptom free now. That's what he says.
They say it's phenomenal for the
Yeah.
body to intermittent
Do you ever do it?
I guess you could call it that in a sense of, I mean, I'll go days where I don't eat lunch.
Yeah.
I could eat lunch, but sometimes I just purposely don't eat lunch for that reason. Because, I mean, they do. I can't remember all the benefits, but they say intermittent fasting is very good for the body.
What's the longest fast you've ever went on, you think?
Honestly, I've went probably, I don't know, 30 hours.
Mm.
And that
I've
was
done a 36-hour before.
I've never done that far. I did it and just was drinking. I was just drinking like water.
If you went 30 hours, you could have made 36.
I know my brother had mentioned just recently he did a fast, and I can't remember how long he did it for. I know he said he at least done it 48 hours. I want to say he did it for like 3 days at least, but he'd mentioned the first 24 was the tough part, but he said he hit a point to where he said, I felt great.
There are some researchers, and I think Stanford conducted the study, that believe if you do a 72-hour fast, like once a year, that you decrease your likelihood of cancer by 80%.
That's amazing.
That's I'm not saying that's accurate or true or what, but there are researchers that believe that. Yeah, I listened to Gary Brecka explain it, and it's like cellular. What's the word he used? Like cellular turnover, I guess. Like you're shedding, like
getting rid of the old cells and making
yeah.
room for the new ones is what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard actually it was some type of famous.
I mean, it makes sense. You'd like your mutated cells are probably getting shed in that process.
I heard a cardiologist on YouTube. I think it was a cardiologist, but he was very well known for making a lot of his patients intermittent fast.
Yeah.
For certain amounts of times, and he would have some of them, they might be doing it 12, 16, 18, 20 hours. He had some, he would have them doing it for like weeks at a time. Yeah, I mean, pretty wild. And apparently he said he had tremendous success for people's health.
So there's a dude that I followed on TikTok. It might have been fake, it might have fooled me, like I might have fell for it, whatever, but it looked real. Like it passed the eye test. This guy had gotten diagnosed with like stage 4 stomach cancer, and he did he chose to do micro-dosed chemotherapy. So like really small doses of chemo, but he fasted. He did like a 40-something day fast. So you're not eating for 40 days. And like he was getting on TikTok and like updating like what he's going through day to day to day to day. Yeah. Like, every day you're watching what this guy's going through. He's giving you his labs when he goes to the doctor, publishing like everything for everybody to look at. Yeah. So like 40-something days in, he goes to the bathroom and like has a bowel movement. But you'd think 40-day fast, you shouldn't probably have a bowel movement, would
Just
you?
Water.
So he had a bowel movement and something like disgusting came out.
Really?
And he went back to the doctor and his cancer was gone.
Man, you just never know, man.
I mean, like that's crazy.
I mean, they're still figuring out stuff with fasting and other things where it's like
it's worth like looking into. Like,
Oh,
what would
100%.
be our reason as a society to not look into that?
I mean,
Other than money.
I mean, the little bit what I've heard is that basically it's fantastic for you, and the longer you can do it, the better.
So,
I mean, to put it simply,
why are people like? Why is attention not being brought to this? You think?
well, if we're talking about America, it's because
Pharmaceutical companies aren't going to reap the benefits of intermittent fasting.
I think America's maybe one of the only countries in the world that allows
Advertisement for
some
medicine.
pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is. It's
That should be
wild.
banned, in my opinion. And you
Yeah.
watch these commercials and the side effects are like
Oh, I know.
worse than the thing you had.
I talked to a guy recently from England that lives here, and
Mhm.
we talked a lot about the difference in food here versus in England.
Mhm.
He mentioned one thing was in England, he said you could get fresh food anywhere you wanted.
Yeah.
You know, fresh vegetables, fresh this, fresh that. He said
Mhm.
it was just anywhere you wanted to get it, you could get it.
Yeah.
And he said meals were just made with whole foods and
Yeah.
fresh.
Mhm.
And just talked a lot about the difference
Yeah.
in regards to eating there versus here. Same with
Mhm.
kind of like obesity
Yeah.
here versus there.
Yeah.
And he made the comment. He said one thing about here was he said he'd mentioned like obesity seemed to just be the norm and was accepted by everybody. Nobody thought anything about it. But he said,
Yeah.
over there, he said it is something people are more conscious of.
Yeah.
He's like, no one's going to say anything to
Yeah.
you, obviously, but he said it's something that people do think
Yeah.
about more. He felt like over in England.
Have you read into like any of the folic acid like connections to things like ADHD and things like mental
No,
health problems?
I hadn't seen anything on that.
Follow Gary Brecka sometime. I may have sent him to you before, like some of his videos.
You've mentioned Gary to me before because
Yeah.
you told me to look him up.
Yeah, so he does like this genetic test, like it's a swab and it tests you for these gene mutations. But there's like, so I think it was early 90s, America like signed this deal where all of our grains are like enriched with folic acid.
Yep.
But there's a large portion believed of the population to have this gene mutation that causes your body to not process folic acid. Like you can't methylate it like you're supposed to.
Okay.
So if you have that gene mutation and you're digesting all this folic acid, it creates these problems. Like a lot of mood disorders are associated with it.
I was
like
going to say, is it associated with like gluten intolerance or celiac disease?
Well, like Gary Brecka will talk about your kids. He's like, if you have kids, like between the age of like 2 and 6, and getting them up in the morning for school is like a nightmare every day. Like look into taking things out of their diet that have that.
Okay.
And then he's like, look at the dramatic change you'll see.
I remember that.
Like everything they eat has like this, is enriched with folic, like non-organic things enriched with folic acid, like your cereals, like your, most of your cereals, your white bread, your rices and things like that. If you switch to organic or just take them out of the diet completely, he's like, you'll see a dramatic shift in them waking up in the morning.
I think more people would actually make the switch. Problem is stuff that's organic or similar, it's always still way more expensive.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like most people aren't willing to sacrifice.
If you
'cause of
have
the
that
price.
gene, he recommends taking, it's a supplement called methylfolate. It's methylated folic acid. So like it's already broken down for you. If your body can't break it down that way, it's already broken down for you.
Okay, gotcha.
I actually take it. I never got the gene test done.
I was going to ask you if you did that.
I'm
I'm surprised.
To.
I figured you would have done it.
It's like a $400 gene
really?
test. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I had the intentions of doing it a couple years ago, like when I'd had some extra money come up, and like for some reason I just didn't. But like, so what he tells you is like, you don't have to do the gene test. You can take these supplements as if you have the gene mutations, and it's not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
So like, I take methylfolate and trimethylglycine. And I noticed I didn't get the gene test, so I don't know if I had this gene mutation. But I had like high blood pressure, like really high blood pressure, and I didn't know why. Like my heart was like functioning fine, and like there were no like, what do they call it? Is it idiopathic hypertension or idiosyncratic? Like when you have high blood pressure but don't really know why.
Yeah.
A lot of people that have a gene mutation where they don't, and I may mispronounce this, but they don't process homocysteine in your blood. So I took this supplement, trimethylglycine, and within like 3 or 4 weeks, my blood pressure was regulated.
Really? Is it still regulated? Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
It's kind of mind-boggling.
Look into trimethylglycine
I'll have to Google
before
that.
you like. So like he has like a lot of his patients were like on like statins and like blood pressure medication.
Yeah, I see a lot of people on.
And he has a lot of patients that I call them patients. They're probably clients because he's not a doctor. He's a human biologist.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot of people come to him and they do his regimen and they come off like thyroid medications. They don't need their thyroid medications anymore. They come off like their blood pressure medications.
That'd be big for a lot of people.
Look
Huge.
at Dana. Look at Dana White. Dana White's probably the most famous person that went to Gary Brecka.
He did it.
So like Gary Brecka is a human biologist. Oh man, I'm probably boring everybody to death with all this.
Who cares?
He worked for the life insurance agencies before this. So his job was to like determine mortality rate.
Okay.
To like, so that would base like your premium, like what you
yeah.
paid for life insurance. So his job every day was to look at person A, B, and C, and like they're going to live 10 more years. They're going to live 20 more years.
That's wild.
Like determine their mortality.
Yeah.
So like so then that got him into what he does now, like
Yeah.
trying to help people.
Yeah.
Dana White learned about him. Dana White at the time was like really obese and didn't feel good.
Yeah.
He schedules like a blood test or whatever. Like he got labs done with Gary Brecka. And Gary said when he looked at Dana's labs, it was so bad he called him at 2 a.m. And he was like, I want you to get on a plane and come to me.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Think he was telling the truth?
I do, because he's like, the change is insane.
Really?
So Dana White goes to him and he tells him, he's like, you got like a maximum like 8 to 10 more years. And Dana White's like, I was like skeptical when he was telling me all this. He's like, but then he starts telling me, like, I bet you feel this way when you tie your shoes. I bet you feel this way when you wake up in the morning. And he's like, everything he was telling me was exactly how I feel. So he's like, he obviously knew something.
Yeah.
So, and Gary's like, what I want you to do is I want you to go on this 8-week protocol. I want you to do every single thing I tell you. I'm going to give you your grocery list. When you go to the store, if it's not on the list I gave you, you don't buy it and you don't eat it.
Yeah.
So he did this 8-week protocol, and Dana like published all of his medical labs and everything for everyone to see as he's going through all this. And he came off, like he's on like no medication now.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah. And he's like also jacked now.
I will say too, man, the power of a diet can mean everything to your gut health. I mean, just your body.
Now Dana White also does some like hormone therapy.
Really?
Like Gary Brecka's an advocate for like hormone therapy in the right like context.
Gotcha.
Like not juicing you up with Tren or D-ball or anything, but like like testosterone supplementation, things like that.
Gotcha.
I bet there's a large portion of American men that have low testosterone.
I'd say so.
I bet the percentage would be like crazy if we tested everybody.
I could see that.
Well, they just look at the things we eat.
Well, that's what I was sitting here thinking.
And I say this, and I eat a lot of it. I'm not in great shape. My diet's terrible.
Oh, I mean, I could eat better. I mean, I try to stay aware of what I'm eating. That doesn't mean I'm, cooking every meal of this, and this. Because your family's like our family. I mean, you're busy, and at times you just eat what you can and grab what you can. And I know it's not the best method at all, but
do you? How you feel about RFK Jr.? Not to interrupt you. You may want to pull the mic. You want to pull the mic.
I like
a little closer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I like what I like a lot of what he's trying to do in regards to the American diet and health.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed he has put so much emphasis on trying to get Americans to just simply be healthier in regards to simple things of a diet and being more active.
Yeah.
Like taking the dyes out of food. I was very happy to see that because we were basically one of maybe the only country that still was putting all of these dyes in foods, that if you take the same box of cereal or candy in another country, they have none of those dyes in it.
It's illegal.
Yes.
It's illegal.
And I was very happy to see him make that change. And already in stores, they've started making the changes in a ton of products.
Dude, you know what else I see now in stores?
What?
Organic foods are becoming a lot more accessible.
Well, and that's big. And I hope it stays that way. I hope it, they can be affordable, because I mean, I'd buy organic everything.
I
but
try to buy organic when I can, when it's like feasible.
Yeah. I mean, I'd buy organic everything, just depending on the product.
There's nowhere in T-ville to buy like organic bread though, unless you buy like the Dave's bread.
Yeah, I do wish. I mean, unless I'm wrong, I do wish we had somewhere that was a fresh bakery.
Yeah.
Like some Walmarts in bigger areas have a fresh bakery daily that will put out their own fresh bread. And I would appreciate that, of just not buying bread that's got 25 ingredients in it. You know, just normal, plain flour, water.
I don't know where you can buy like flour that's not enriched with folic acid though. Like I can't. I don't know if you can buy.
Lauren bought some online, I think.
Like organic flour.
I believe so. Shipped it to the house.
I need to look into that because
sure
like my kid, man, as much as I wish that they wouldn't, my kids are not going to stop eating bread.
Yeah, I mean, well, and it's the same with us.
Yeah.
I mean, we're hitting up peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on a weekly basis.
My diet suffers a lot because of kids.
Oh, same.
It's like we keep like snack cakes and stuff around for the kids. I'm going to eat it when I'm looking at it.
I mean, when I was in college, you know, on my own, no kids, not married or anything, I was eating broccoli, grilled baked chicken, and rice. Yeah. Literally lunch and dinner pretty much all week long. I mean, I was eating as healthy as I ever was in parts of grad school.
Off topic a little bit, something I meant to say when I was talking about fasting, and I forgot to say it. You know, we talked about the runner's high earlier. When I was like big into fasting, there was like a high like associated with it for me. And I've read a lot of people say that.
With the fasting?
I would reach a point when I would do like long fast that I would feel like get like a euphoric feeling.
Well, it's like what I mentioned earlier when I mentioned Chase, my brother. And he was doing his fast, and he called me after he was either 48 or 60 hours in. And he was feeling good at that point. Like he wasn't starving or anything. Like he genuinely felt good. And I think he was in that moment. He'd got past the hard part, and then he had hit this stage of, all right, well, I'm not hungry. I feel fine. Which is pretty cool. When you think about it.
The longest like true water fast I did was 36 hours. And I did I want to do one of the 72-hour fasts, but I know like the shape I'm in right now and like the diet I'm accustomed to currently, like it's not feasible. I would fall over.
I would like to do a longer fast, but I feel like I would have to do it during a period of a couple days where I'm not being really active.
Yeah, when you're not like, you don't have to do something.
Well, yeah, because just like my work schedule daily, I feel like I'm burning so much mental and physical calories that like I'm hungrier because I'm moving. I'm using much more of my brain, and I feel like it makes a big difference rather than just relax throughout the day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would like to do the same though.
Maybe we should. Maybe we should build up to like a 72-hour fast and track it. That'd be a good.
We could do that.
Basement podcast.
That's what I was going to say.
72-hour.
We could do it. We could just do increments from the beginning to midway to the end.
Yeah,
and then
that'd be fun if you're down for that.
I could do
I'm
it.
Down to
we would just have to. We would have to schedule out in
What do you
advance.
call it? Like a vlog? Is that what you call it? Vlogging?
Yes, basically.
Yeah, let's do that.
We would have to set a date basically well in advance.
Yeah,
all right, we can
prepare
do it.
for it.
Yeah, we could do it in this window.
Yeah, let's do that.
We could do it
if you're down.
I'd be down.
Talking about like new podcast segments. Michaela and I went antiquing yesterday. I'm going to run this by you and get your opinion, and anybody in the audience listening. I want your opinion too, like if you would listen to this or watch it. So we're at, like, that's really, like if you look around the basement, like what I've got set up, I'm going for this like nostalgic vibe, like the 80s and 90s stuff. I've got over the last little bit, I guess you would call it like a little bit obsessed with it.
Hey,
so
I like it, man.
I love it. I've just, something in the last few months has like clicked in my head, and I'm really like on this nostalgic like vibe, right?
Oh yeah.
So a segment that, like when we were antiquing yesterday, I had this idea come in my head. Maybe this summer, what I'd like to do is have a couple special like episodes, maybe more than a couple, where I get a guest that goes on like a road trip with me, and we do like the podcast in the car. Like
Oh, yeah.
I've got the camera mounted like on the dash.
Oh, 100%.
So the interviews in the car on the way to like an antique
Well, yeah.
store. And
Shoot,
I've got like the
you-
meta glasses, so like when we go in the store, I can like
Okay,
record. Like,
that's what I was about
Yeah,
to say.
yeah.
I'd even do it where the camera's in the store
Mhm.
when you're looking and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what I thought about was getting like a guest here and there. We'll go on like maybe we'll go to Nashville to like an antique mall, and
Yeah.
like we'll do our interview in the car, and then when we get out and go in the store, I can wear like the meta glasses, and we can like document like cool things that we found.
It kind of reminds
Yeah.
me of the show with the two guys that they would go out to like random people's houses or
Yeah.
barns, like
Yeah.
pickers. Like
Oh,
pond
yeah, American
or-
Pickers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I was just thinking of. I was
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
That's what it reminds me
Yeah,
of. That'd be
What
cool.
What do you think? You think people would watch that?
I'd watch it.
Like I could even do reviews of like antique
Yeah, 100%.
malls. But I don't even want to limit it to just that. Like maybe like I'm really into comic books. I
Mhm.
like to go to like comic book stores.
Yeah.
Or like trading card stores. Like I like cards.
Yeah.
So like I mean I wouldn't want to like drag somebody out for like 14 hours or nothing, but we could take like a short road trip. And
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think that'd be cool because again, I mean, it's one of those things that
you interested in doing one of those with me?
I'd do it.
All right.
I like antiques.
Would you rather go like antiquing or like comic book? What?
Oh, that's a tough one. It's kind of like I would. Gosh, it's kind of like I'd honestly would want to see if there was a route where we could do a little of both.
I'm good with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like here's a route.
I'm the
where-
one. Like I have no like the summer. Like we do this. I have no time constraint. Like I just want to be like courteous to.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'm thinking about one of maybe there's a route of somewhere we could go where along the way
Yeah.
we know, okay, well, here's somebody that sells like
Yeah.
vintage cards with
Mhm.
this, and this, but also on the way, here's an antique store here.
There's a great card store in Smith Grove called Kentucky Card Vault.
Really?
They
Never
are
knew
not a
that.
sponsor of mine. They've not given me any, but I recommend them. If you're into trading cards and stuff like that, check out Kentucky Card Vault in Smith Grove.
They just do they just trade certain cards?
They
Like, are we just talking
primarily they have
sports
like
or
primarily baseball, basketball, football,
okay,
and they do have a lot of Pokemon cards.
Okay.
They don't really deal in Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
okay. I wondered.
I have yet to find a store that like buys Yu-Gi-Oh cards
Really?
at a reasonable commission.
Okay.
There's one, I'm not going to call them out, obviously, because this wouldn't be like a great review, but
Yeah,
there is a card
understandable.
store that will buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards in
Mhm.
the region, but they give you like 20% commission.
Mm,
It's like if they're going to price your card for $100, they'll give you 20.
dang.
Yeah. So you ideally, I try to find people that'll do at least 70% commission.
Yeah.
Kentucky Card Vault gives you pretty good, like they've given me like 80% on some cards.
That's pretty legit,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. I had a Jaden Higgins. I pulled a Jaden Higgins rookie Kaboom, which I don't know if you like keep up with cards at all. I'm not an expert by any means.
You said
I-
Jaden Higgins, wide receiver,
For the
Houston?
Texans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like if you buy like an absolute box, there's a special insert called Kabooms.
Mhm.
It like kind of looks like a comic book.
Yeah, like the
It's
Reed
got, like,
Shepherd
the-
card that you were showing me.
Yeah. Those are like the Kabooms and the absolute box are like what you want to look for. That's what holds the most value.
Oh, okay.
If you get like a Donruss box, you're looking for like downtowns or like I think the basketball's got like fadeaway series, like things like that.
And see, I didn't even know that. I don't know as much about the card trading with.
I'm not an expert. I've recently developed like an interest in it.
Gotcha.
So when I was a kid, I like really collected cards a lot. I didn't know anything about them. I just liked them.
Yeah.
And here, like, so maybe 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, so
Mm-hmm.
I like dug my old Pokemon cards out. I was kind of like, I wonder if these are worth anything.
Mm-hmm.
They were.
Were they?
Yeah. I went to Kentucky Card Vault and I sold like maybe like 25, 30 cards for about $3,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Yeah.
That's
some of my old
legit.
holographics. Yeah, and that like he was gonna make money off that.
Well, yeah, of course.
So that was like 70, 80%.
Oh, you had some good stuff then.
Yeah. I had
I mean, for sure.
they were all like first edition holographics, like
I
first
figured.
gen Pokemon from the 90s.
Yeah.
Had like holographic Alakazam and the one that was worth the most, what was he called? It was, you remember the dogs, like the Eevee would evolve into like Flareon and Jolteon.
Vaporeon.
I had, what was the black one? Umbreon.
Umbreon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had a holographic Umbreon.
That's
And
legit.
apparently that one's pretty rare.
Well, I was about to say it's one you
Yeah.
don't see much.
Yeah, that one was like my big ticket. But I had a bunch of like Venusaurs, Blastoise.
That's legit. Hey, man, I might have bought them for you if I'd have known that.
Oh man, I wish I'd known.
See, ironically, I
Yeah.
actually had a lot of good cards when I was
Mhm.
younger, and I'll never forget it because it was a terrible
Mhm.
memory that sticks out in my mind. I remember I'd went to school, and of course, as fifth graders, I was trading cards, and everybody's pulling out cards, and I remember I had them in my pocket, and got home, and next thing I knew, I opened up the trash can, and in the trash can, I see my cards like shredded,
Oh no.
like my best ones, and
Yeah.
I just was like mortified.
What
And,
happened?
like, I left in my pocket. and
Oh
Mom
no.
washed them in
Man.
the washer,
Mm.
and literally it was like the best ones I had.
Oh,
like it
no.
was probably like my best, I don't know, 20, 30
Oh.
at least. And after that, I was just like, oh man, it's like they're winning all the great ones I had, they're
Yeah.
done.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sick like thinking about that.
Oh, I was too, man. It
There's
was
no telling what kind of money that would be now.
Oh man, it would have been good money. They were all, first edition
Yeah,
holographic. Because like
yeah.
I said, I took my best
Mhm.
that day to school.
Man,
Yeah, it hurt.
I didn't know you were into Pokemon.
Oh yeah, man. Well,
I was-
like I said,
Dude, I didn't. Did you play the game?
like Game
Like
Boy.
battle, like like your cards. Like there's a game like you can battle your cards.
I mean, no, I didn't really ever play the game.
yeah, I
how
never,
people would play it.
I never played
by
it.
no means.
I didn't know how to
But
do
the
it.
only thing I would do, I had a Game Boy in it, and
Yeah.
I wore my Game Boy out.
Yeah, I played that a lot.
Like there's no telling how many hours I spent playing through.
Do you remember
various
Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire?
Oh yeah,
That
absolutely.
was like when you could like system link your Game Boys
Oh,
to your
yeah.
buddies. Yeah, that
100%.
was awesome.
I'm just disappointed.
We thought that was crazy, and now kids are playing on Xbox with kids in China.
I'm just bummed that I didn't realize people like you
Mhm.
like played.
Yeah.
I thought I was like one of the few that was
Really?
like playing. Yeah, I didn't know
Man.
that other people were playing.
So my big Pokemon buddies were like Ryan Turner.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was big into it.
and Ryan sticks out a lot in my mind. Me and Ryan like traded and played a lot.
Oh
And,
yeah,
like,
if I'd have known that.
he was super like knowledgeable
Really?
with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know he knew how to play the game.
No,
I didn't know
mean,
how to like.
I mean, I probably could have, but
Dude,
like,
it's
like I said,
complex when you we as kids thought you just lay the card out and attack each other. There's
Yeah,
like
that's-
you gotta have
that's
like
what I did.
you gotta pull like the energy cards out. You can't even do this attack without like certain energy cards.
oh yeah, I didn't know about
Yeah.
that.
No, I did play Yu-Gi-Oh. I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I knew how to play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Now I did that at school, but again, it was still kind of like
Yeah,
I don't know if it was the official way
yeah.
by no means, but
I played with Daniel Johnson and Andrew Johnson.
yeah,
And we like knew how to play. Daniel actually like traveled,
You're kidding.
and did like Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments.
oh, he was big time into it.
Yeah, like my parents would never have taken me
No,
to
mine
do
wouldn't
that.
either. No, there's
Yeah,
no
my dad
chance
would
that
have
mine
been
would
like,
have.
"What are you wanting to go to Nashville for?" Like, no.
That's so funny. Yeah, mine wouldn't have at all.
I remember he went to like Henderson, Tennessee, and did like a big tournament. I think
Dang.
he always had his cards like in the protectors and.
Oh, that's big time.
Yeah.
He was legit then.
Dude, I didn't know what a top loader was until like this year, last year.
Man, I still don't know what a top loader is.
It's like those cards on the coffee table.
Mhm.
You see what they're in. You can pick one up if
Yeah,
you want
yeah,
to. That's a top loader.
Oh, yeah, I would have
Yeah.
even known that.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had before I sold that Higgins, I was gonna actually send it off to get PSA graded.
Really?
I don't have a single PSA graded card anymore.
Was the Higgins was that a good card? The Jaden Higgins?
Yeah, because it was a kaboom.
Really?
So like all the kabooms are like worth something.
I didn't know that. That's
yeah.
interesting.
Now like some of them are worth like I mean if you get like a Patrick Mahomes kaboom, like
Yeah.
you're talking big time money.
Really?
Then they've got like silver kabooms, gold kabooms. The Jaden Higgins is like a normal kaboom rookie. I think I got like 300 for it.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
legit.
and I just pulled it out of like a $30 blaster box at Walmart.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That
The market for like, I have a lot more luck with basketball cards right now.
So yeah, I wouldn't know enough about the.
Asher's
Different.
really gotten into it.
Has he?
Yeah, but now of course like he doesn't know, like,
Yeah.
he sees me like doing it and wants to do it.
Well, of course.
Yeah, so he's got some cool stuff.
Really?
He's got he pulled like an autographed Terrence Ferguson rookie
Huh.
recently. I don't know if it's worth anything, but it's cool. I think
Could be,
Terrence
one day.
Ferguson's going to be a good player.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. He could be. I got him on my fantasy team, so I hope so.
Right there on the coffee table, that's one from my childhood. That's a
Who is
rookie Chipper Jones.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that's a Donruss rated rookie Chipper Jones card.
I'm just impressed that you've taken care of him.
Yeah, I was really.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, I was meticulous. Like but of course, like my parents would have like beaten me if I had not taken care of them.
Yeah, I mean that's
because like they spent money on it.
Well, yeah.
It's
yeah,
like
of
I was
course.
taught. I wasn't like in poverty or anything, but like I was taught like if we spend money on this for you, you take care of it or you won't get anything else.
Yeah.
So like now my kids are not so much like that. Dude, my toys, a lot of these toys you see like around this room were mine when I was a kid.
That's pretty wild.
Like taken care of. They're still in very good condition. When my cousins would come to the house, I would hide my toys.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because I didn't want them to play with them and like break them.
Funny.
When we went to my family Christmases, if I opened a toy present, I wouldn't open it at the dinner. I didn't get it out. I waited till I got home to play with it.
You didn't want nobody else to play with it?
I didn't want anybody touching it. No,
that's hilarious.
My little they were rough with toys.
Oh, I see why then. I would have been the same way.
Yeah, like my little cousin Trent, I bet he doesn't have a single toy from his childhood. He broke everything.
He broke everything.
Yeah, when he would come over, Trent, I know you're probably listening to this. I hid everything from you before you came to my house.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. That Furby there, man, that's from my childhood.
Oh man, I remember I had a Furby. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what happened to mine. It probably ended up somewhere.
I've wondered if it still works. I'm thinking about getting some batteries for it and checking it out.
I mean, as long as it ain't corroded, I'm sure that it does.
Yeah, I forget, man. I need to do like a TikTok like tour of the basement down here. I've not posted.
That's actually a good idea.
When people watch the podcast, I guess they just see like us on the couch. They don't see everything going on down here.
I don't know. Of course not.
Of course, like a lot of people probably don't care, but I have like a grand appreciation for that kind of stuff. I'm really into like, not to make the podcast about me, I'm really into like listening to music on cassette tapes right now.
Really? You're kidding.
I don't know why. I can't explain why.
That's hilarious.
I get like this like, I don't know, like euphoric feeling from doing it.
Man, what are you listening to on cassettes, though?
I mean, just like, I've got all my cassette tapes over there.
And
it's just like, you know how like, if you pull up a song right now, like if you pull up Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses on your iPhone, it sounds like perfect. There's no like crackle, nothing like, I don't like that.
Really?
I don't. I like flawed. I like it to be flawed.
Like a television then?
That's
old school?
So like, you remember I was telling you before we started, that Zenith TV, that's a 1983 Zenith.
Yeah.
It's so old that it was too old for the VCR. I had to buy like a twin lead adapter to plug the VCR into it.
That's wild.
Yeah, so I tracked that TV down. This lady, during the podcast, if I can find, like, I'm going to wave my hands. So like when I edit it, I can find this place easier. If I can figure out how to do it, I'll like, while I'm talking about this TV, I'll like put like a picture of it on there for people to see. I got really obsessed with like finding an old TV.
Yeah.
I was going to be satisfied with like a 90s like box TV. I had never dreamed I would find one like that, like from the 80s.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised when
That's
I saw
an 83 Zenith TV that this lady had put it on Facebook Marketplace. And she follows the podcast. I told her what I was doing with it.
Hilarious.
She followed my podcast when I picked it up.
That's awesome.
It was still in the box. She had bought a pallet. You know, like people buy those pallets.
I know. I just can't believe it was still in the box.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Still had like the styrofoam
That
You know what I'm talking? The
yeah,
styrofoam
it's
like
just-
little
it's just
popcorn
shocking
things in
that
it.
it would still be in a box.
Somebody had bought it, never opened it, never used it.
It is. That's wild.
She sold that to me for $25.
I knew it had to have been cheap because
Yeah.
nobody.
Other
Buys
people
old
are selling
TVs.
those, dude. Other people are pricing those for like $200 on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
That just surprises me.
A VCR that works is like impossible to buy right now. People
Why?
are selling them for like $60 to $100.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's I'm not the only person right now going through this like phase.
That's wild.
Dude, you go to Nashville. I went to this place in Nashville called Music City Vintage.
Mm-hmm.
They're selling like old shirts and like not name brand shirts, like just old worn T-shirts from 70s, 80s, 90s for like $50.
What in the world?
People are buying. They want like it's just like a thing.
Now, I will say though,
Like old band shirts.
I will say something that kind of appeals to me is I've been in like thrift stores and I've seen some, kind of like the old school, like I don't know if it'd be 70s or 80s, but like kind of like the workout, like outfit colors, like bright colors, kind of like Miami Vice from the 80s.
Like the old windbreakers.
Yeah.
The starter jackets.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
those
yeah.
are pretty cool. They're unique, and I've noticed the price of them are higher than what I would have
They're
thought.
crazy.
They
I
would be.
found some yesterday when we went to what was that thrift store called in Nashville? The Hot Zipper or something like that. They had a bunch of those old starter jackets. They're all like 80 and above.
I was gonna say if you find one that's old school, especially if it's like got like
I know Emily Emmert's got a couple.
Well,
Right
if
now.
you
She
had-
wears them to school when we have those decade
Really?
days.
I was gonna say if
she
you
could
found
make-
like an NFL team,
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
especially like a matching top and bottom.
Oh, remind me when we go upstairs. I'll show you. I've got some Kentucky like starter jackets.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
With the
legit.
you remember the starter logo on the zipper?
yeah.
Yeah, it's got like the little points on the star all over. Yeah, I've got them.
Hey, that's
I've
impressive.
got one that fits Asher.
That's actually pretty sweet.
Yeah. But I got that TV and then I went on a search for VCR. I bought the VCR. Get there. I'm not very knowledgeable at this point of the TV, how it works and stuff.
Yeah.
Go to plug the VCR up and I realize there's not like a coax like input on the TV. The TV's too old for VCR.
So what'd you input it into then?
I had to. There's like these two screws. I think it's called a UFM or something like that. I'm probably wrong, but you have to buy a coax to twin lead adapter, and you actually have to like screw like. I'll show you later.
Yeah.
You got to screw like the. I don't know how to explain it. There's like these two like forks that stick out, and you got to screw them
It's
into it.
impressive
and
somebody
connect
was able to make it work.
it. Yeah. Oh, I got it. I've been reading a lot about how to do this.
That's legit.
I got the VCR for $20. It was not in working condition when I got it. And I like bought other VCRs and got the parts out of them. And I've like Frankenstein this VCR.
Hey, look at you go, man.
Michaela's like aggravated me when I did it. She's like, you'd probably make a lot of money if this was 1993 doing that stuff
Hey,
like VCR
You've been
repair,
making-
man.
Yeah, I was gonna say TV and VCR repairs. You'd
Oh
have made
man, I
bank.
took the heads out of it, like replaced the heads, cleaned
Dang,
the
you
heads.
went all out with it.
Yeah, if you look at the top of it, it's clear that I took it apart.
That's wild,
Yeah.
man.
So, like on the weekends, my favorite thing to do, and I know I'm like nerdy for this, but I like to bring the family down here, and we get like the movie theater, like cardboard popcorn boxes, and we pop popcorn and like eat pizza rolls and watch like a new VHS.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. I actually love that.
Yeah. You need to come over for VHS movie night.
Hey,
Bring
dude,
the kids.
I'd be down. We probably watch.
If you look over there next to my Sting action figure, I've got like a bunch of Disney movies.
I was
Bunch of
gonna say we've watched the time out of all the Disney movies, all
I've
the
got
originals.
the Goofy movies over there.
I saw that,
Man, bring the kids. We'll watch a Goofy movie.
dude. They'd be all for it, man.
I've got all the Pokemon. You remember the Pokemon movies?
Yeah, you got them.
I've got all of them except for the first one.
Oh,
I don't know where it's at.
Hey, I'm impressed. That's
Pokemon 2000, Pokemon 3.
That's
and
impressive.
Then the one with like the legendary dog. I don't remember what it like the. He looked like a Saint Bernard, but he had
Entei.
like the. What's his name?
Entei.
Okay, that sounds right.
Yeah.
He's got like the gold like thing on his head.
If this is the one I'm thinking of, there's three of them: Entei, Suicune, and Raikou.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
three legendary dogs.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
man. I know.
You know your Pokemon.
Oh, you know
I'm
it, man.
impressed. I'm impressed.
Oh, absolutely, man.
You know, it sounds like you know more than me. Maybe I should have ran those cards by you before
Hey,
I
I
sold
know
it.
a little bit, man. I was into it back in the day, big time.
Were you ever into Beyblade?
I had a period where I watched it on TV every time
Mm-hmm.
it came on. Now that's been a long time ago.
I used to watch Beyblade before school every morning.
but yeah, but I remember getting a few Beyblades.
Dude, we battled them at school.
Oh,
all
I
the
remember.
time.
I thought that was super cool.
I had Linda Cropper. That's my 5th grade teacher. And she would let us play with Beyblades for like 20 minutes before school started every morning.
Oh, it's hilarious.
We'd be out there like ripping them on the tile floor.
yeah,
She
dude.
wouldn't let us bring like you remember the stadium? Like
Yep,
the
100%.
She wouldn't let us bring those.
Oh, it would've been so
she
much
like
better if
drew
she
the
had 'em.
line there.
Yeah, it
But
would have been
we'd
so
be
much
battling
better.
them on like the tile floor.
Yep.
I had one called Drazer or Drazer. He's
Oh,
blue.
see, I don't even remember the names of them.
I just remember him because he went like undefeated in Linda. Like I was the Linda Cropper 5th grade champ with Drazer. He was
Dude, that's hilarious.
probably like 75-0.
I can tell that was a
Yeah.
big memory.
Yeah, it was a flex. Yeah, man, I dominated people. It got to the point like they would like people were like, you can't use it. You know,
It's like he's not allowed to play no more.
there was one called like Magoon or something. He was white, like the Beyblade was white, and he was like the big one on the show.
Yeah.
Like that was like the main character on the show, but like his actual Beyblade sucked. Terrible.
Did you ever watch like Tsunami
Yeah, yeah.
Cartoon Network?
Yeah, do you remember the little robot like or alien
Oh yeah.
on the commercial? What's his
100%.
name?
I don't remember the name.
Oh,
I
man.
remember watching Tsunami.
That's like a core memory unlocked right
Oh,
there.
dude.
Yeah.
I remember all the shows. I used to watch them after
Dragon Ball
school.
Z. Did you watch that?
Dude,
Man.
every bit of it.
Dragon Ball Z is goated.
Every bit of it, man.
My 8th graders that see this are gonna make fun of me for saying goated.
Hey, is what it is, man.
Dragon Ball Z was nice though. I got all the PlayStation 2 like Dragon Ball Z games over there too. Budokai.
Oh yeah, dude. I didn't play as many of the games, but I watched like all the series.
I
Dragon
played
Ball,
like
Dragon
all the
Ball
Game
Z.
Boy games.
I did have it on Game Boy.
Yeah, it was like kind of structured like Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call that? Where it's like the sky view and what would you call that?
Talking about what?
Like the way the game, like Pokemon is like the view is like in the sky, like you're looking down.
Oh,
Like I know Mario's like a platform game.
yeah.
What's
I see what you're saying. I don't really know what view that would be.
Man, I can't think.
Yeah.
Are you good on time though?
Yeah, I am.
You
I'll
cool
tell
to
what,
take a
if we can-
bathroom break real quick?
Yeah, if we can pause, I'm gonna use the bathroom real
Yeah.
quick.
Yep. Appreciate it. All right, and we're back from our short little restroom break. I guess I'll take this opportunity to transition us a little bit into our audience submitted questions. So, like, these aren't all going to be on like a certain topic. These are just questions submitted like from a few group chats that I'm in. Like, obviously, it's mostly mutual friends between
Oh, yeah.
Tanner and I. So I'll just run through these in no particular order, and we can spend as much time on them as you like, or we can buzz through them as fast as you want to.
Okay.
So first off, we've got, are you glad you stayed back, or do you wish you had continued? What are the pros and cons of staying back? And for those listening, this is from the perspective of like an athlete.
Okay, so I will say one benefit. We'll kind of do more of the pros and cons here. So one thing about staying back, I will preface this by whenever school started and I was on that second year of 5th grade, that first day I came home, and I think that entire week I begged my mom to let me go to
move
6th
on.
grade
Yeah.
instead. I was like, this is a horrible mistake.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done this. I'm like, just put me in 6th grade. She's like, you can't. It's too late. I was like that for probably 2 weeks.
Really?
Yes.
I think you've told me about that
And
before.
it was just a different feeling for me.
Yeah.
Because again, it was just kids I didn't have a relationship with.
Yeah.
And I will say though, a pro was I feel like sports wise,
Yeah.
that I benefited from it staying back in that aspect. I don't know. I guess I feel like I got opportunity early on in sports, maybe in high school, that I might not have got if I hadn't stayed back.
Yep.
Just the way that kind of things line up and fell. So sports wise, I would say that it was a plus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I never felt like my friend groups in that grade were the same. Like I still made plenty of friends. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
till this
obviously.
day, there's plenty of people I
Yeah.
like who I graduated with.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. But it was just different than whenever I was in your guys' class.
Yeah.
There was just a different feel for it.
To me, you still feel like one of us.
I still feel that way.
Yeah.
And I guess that's because kind of like now, like
I mean, you hung out with us. Like you're in our group chat.
yeah,
You're
that's
the
what I was
only-
gonna say. Yeah, like we're still in text messages
Yep.
together and whatnot, and hung out together and stuff. So I think it was just different relationships from then that grade, the grade that I graduated with compared to you guys.
Yeah.
I don't regret it. I try to feel like I'm someone that tries to not really have many regrets in life.
Yeah.
Looking back, if I had to do it over again, I don't know if I would have or not, really.
Yeah.
Because I will say, I felt like once I did stay back, then I didn't really get to hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't in your grade.
Yeah.
Like we'd see each other, but it wasn't like I was with you guys in class and stuff.
Yeah. And that's a little different now. Even like I feel like there's more opportunities for kids that stay back now to continue like those friend groups
Oh yeah.
with like technology and like online gaming and social media.
100%. Because
We
during
didn't have that.
yeah, we didn't have any of that. So that's a huge difference. I mean, it's like now, if a kid's in 6th grade and stays back, it's not a big deal. You got all your buddies on,
Yeah.
online. If you want to play whatever Madden online with each other at night, you want to text,
Dude,
Snapchat. It's completely
I can
different.
still remember calling my friends on like house phones.
Oh yeah, I
talk.
remember that. 100%.
Yeah, I can still remember a lot of my friends' phone numbers.
Oh, I can as well.
Yeah, like Ryan Turner's was like 6393.
Yeah, I still remember people's phone numbers back then.
Spencer Pettit was like 1170. I remember that. Austin Jones was 9489.
That's so funny that you still remember that. But yeah, I mean, I don't regret it. I feel like it worked out because I made friends in the class I graduated with as well. But I'm also still friends with a lot of you guys.
Yeah.
So it worked out in the end.
That's a super relevant question for right now because we're seeing that a lot in middle school. Kids like faced with the decision of staying back or not.
Yeah.
Especially with like football players and basketball players.
And it's going to depend on the kid in terms of, I feel like most kids staying back now, it's for sports. I mean, that's why I did. And I was going to be young for our class. But yeah, I mean, if you're doing it for sports, I will say it seems like it definitely
we held Asher
benefits
back.
you. Really?
We held Asher back in like he's in his 2nd kindergarten year.
Yeah.
He was going to be like the youngest in his class.
Yeah, and I don't blame you then. I mean, I would have graduated and been 17, I guess.
I can see a huge difference in like his confidence already.
Really?
And like, just like he's not like looked at as like the baby in his class anymore,
Yeah, for sure.
When we were in school, I believe you had to stay back in 5th grade or earlier.
That's what I was kind of thinking. I didn't know if that was accurate or not.
When we were in school, if you stayed back in middle school, you could do that, but you couldn't play sports in middle school.
Okay, that would make sense.
Like you had to sit out. It was like a red shirt almost.
Gotcha.
But now you can.
Gotcha.
So like I've had 8th graders stay back and they'll play 2 years of 8th grade football.
Yeah.
I'm not like I don't get involved in those conversations. Like I never like I don't reach out to a kid and say, hey, I think you need to stay back.
Yeah, understandable. I mean, that's
for one, like it's not my place. That's not a conversation I want to have with a parent.
Yeah.
If, like a parent can take that the wrong way very easily.
Oh, 100%.
It's like, well, what are you saying about my kid?
Yeah.
And a lot of the kids that do stay back that benefit from it were already one of the highest performing players on their team before they stayed back.
Yeah.
But they were young. So
I think, too, looking back, I remember whenever I did stay back, and I don't know why, but part of me had this perception of feeling like I needed to explain to people why I stayed back in a sense of I didn't stay back because I'm stupid. My parents didn't hold me back because I'm stupid. I stayed back just because I'm young for the grade and for sports. And I always felt like for some reason I needed to explain that, even though deep down looking back, I didn't have to. But I felt like I needed to.
Oh, for sure. Of the kids I've seen stay back in my like tenure coaching, I can't name a single instance that it hurt the kid athletically.
Yeah.
I think they've all benefited from it.
Yeah.
But I'm still not going to take that like I don't know. I'm not going to take the route of like persuading a kid. Now, if a kid approaches me with questions and they initiate the conversation, I'm more than willing to have that conversation with them. And lay out, well, these are the pros, these are the cons.
Oh,
so I was glad that question was asked for anybody out there considering that.
Yeah, that's a good question. I've never been asked that before, but that is a good question, especially because, like you said, I feel like a lot more kids are doing that now.
A lot. You know, we don't see it as much at Monroe as I do like the teams we play.
Really?
Yeah, we play, man. I'm not going to call like any schools out or anything, but we've had a few games in the past 2 or 3 years where we're playing some freshman teams.
Really?
Yeah, and you know, like the parents don't see that, and so they just see the score.
Yeah.
Or they just see what's happening on the field. They don't realize like, hey, your 12-year-old kid is playing a 15-year-old right now.
Yeah.
So let's not panic with how the game's playing out.
You're kind of like, hey, that kid has a mustache over there.
Yeah, that kid drove to practice. Like, especially with the new like driving age restrictions. Like,
oh, it's funny.
100%, we have been loading on the bus and seeing kids hop in the driver's seat. That sounds like figurative and exaggerated, and it's not.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to call any schools out or whatever.
Yeah.
We've seen some kids drive away from the game, and I'm coaching 7th and 8th grade football.
That's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, this is a little off topic from the questions. I'll tell you what happened to us this year that I wasn't a huge fan of. I'm not when we're off camera. I'll tell you the school. I'm not gonna call them out right here. So early in the season, we had a scrimmage against School A. I'll call it School A.
Okay.
It was a close competitive game. They were a good team. It was a scrimmage, so it's hard to say. They probably beat us. I can think of like their 4 like top players off the top of my head thinking of that game. Like who were the 4 kids we looked out for. Fast forward 1 game later. The same week maybe. If it wasn't the same week, it was like not much longer than a week. We played Team B. In the middle of the game, I notice there's a kid. Now Team B is beating us pretty bad. It's not a competitive game. We got it handed to us. Okay. I noticed there's a kid on the field, and I don't know why I was paying attention to it. No, there were 2 kids on the field. Take that back. 2 kids on the field that had helmets that were different colors than the rest of their team. I didn't think anything about it. You know, small school. Yeah. Probably just took what they could have. One of my players approaches me and is like, you know who they are, don't you? No. They were kids who had just played. And they were transfers from School A. Yeah. Huh. And they were probably in the top 4 players on School A.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
So is that
they had their helmet on? The helmet was a different color because it was their helmet. That's from the school they transferred from.
That's wild.
Yeah. What do you think about that? React to that for me.
Well, let me ask you. So, are you allowed to do that?
There's no like governing body for middle school athletics.
That's what I wondered. I didn't know if that was something that's perfectly legal. No rule against it.
We try to play like according to the KHSAA guidelines, like rules during the game, but there's no like rule.
Okay. So basically, it was fair game then.
Yeah, yeah.
That's interesting.
But what do you think about that? Do you think it should be fair game?
It's one of those things. I mean, I always side on the side of, all right, well, let's look back at the rules and what the guidelines are. And I mean, if there's nothing against it, then, you know.
But if you're like, let's say you're on like a decision committee and you're looking at this scenario, do you consider changing anything? Or do you think that's completely acceptable? I'm going to like be hesitant to speak on my opinion on it because of my role, you know. I'm just curious, like, if you were a parent.
Yeah. I mean,
if you're a parent of one of the players on our team, how do you feel about it?
I mean, honestly, when I think about it, my first initial thoughts is, you have a kid transferring from this school to the next.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever they're ready to play, they can play.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have a disagreement as to why they can't
Yeah.
play,
Yeah.
Unless for some reason, like, this kid that's transferring is 15 playing against 12-year-olds. Then I'm like, okay, there needs to be an age limit.
I got to be careful. I got to be careful. I know that they were holdbacks.
Yeah, there's got to be at some point an age limit.
I have really close relationships with people at both schools.
Gotcha.
And I know a little bit more about the situation than probably somebody else would. I know some of the players on Team B were taking like all high school classes during the day, but just still like reporting to like a middle school homeroom.
Yeah.
Because they stayed back.
Yeah.
Which, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you stayed back, I have nothing against staying back.
Yeah.
But like, dude, if you're taking high school classes, like at the high school, on the high school campus for 75% of your day, are you a middle school student?
Well, that's what I was about to say. I mean, if that's the case, which I don't really understand how you could take high school classes if you're in middle school first.
So it's, just like, it would be like a high school senior staying back. They've already completed all those credits, so and they passed the classes, so like, why make them do it again,
Gotcha.
That's, to me, why you can't stay back in high school.
Gotcha. I see what you mean.
But I don't know. It's weird. I know that having conversations with some of my friends that I have relationships with at both, I feel like there was probably some recruiting going on.
Yeah.
Can't prove it.
Yeah.
And if there was a physical change of address, nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Like if the kid's family moved, they changed addresses, and he lives in this school district, there's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah. I was going to say,
I'll tell you more about that off camera.
Yeah. There's no rules or anything against it. I'm fine with it. They can play the next week, so be it.
To me, it's not great for the game. But I don't like, I'm looking at it like, all right, let's say you're a parent of one of the kids on school B. That kid moves in, like, has practiced with school A all summer, part of that team, like season started.
Yeah.
Now your kid loses a spot.
Yeah.
Because kid comes from school A to school B.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it now?
Honestly, I'd probably look at it, if I'm thinking about it with my kids, I'm going to look at it like, hey, regardless of what they're doing, my kids got to work hard and do everything that they possibly can to earn their spot.
Yeah, yeah.
So, if somebody moves in, if they were genuinely better than my child, they deserve it. That doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and be like, oh, we got a better player. Obviously, part of me is going to be like, oh, well, that's a bummer. I thought my child was going to be playing this position, and now someone's came in out of nowhere, knocked her out. But I would look at, Ellie. We'll use Ellie for example. I'd look at Ellie. I'd say, hey, listen, you just got to work harder.
Yeah,
you're going to have to work harder and just show that you can be better. And it'd be a good lesson for her.
That's not the perspective the majority of society takes. I'm right there with you. It doesn't
surprise me.
I'm with you.
But I think that's a great lesson. It's a hard lesson, but it's a great lesson.
I think
to be learned for children.
As parents, it's not our job to. How do I want to word this? It's not my job to like lobby for my kids' playing time. It's my job to teach them like, hey, sometimes life's not fair. And you get shafted sometimes, and you have to figure out how to work through that without me doing it for you. But that's easier said than done too.
It is. I
had a point that I was headed toward right there, and I lost my thought. Sorry.
No, you're good. And I told Ellie, I remember back when I coached her in basketball, I remember she kind of had an attitude with me at one point. She didn't want to practice. She didn't want to go outside and practice with me individually. I was always volunteer. Still am. I'll always volunteer to practice any sport they want to practice with them.
Yep.
Well, Ellie didn't want to, and she didn't want to do basketball and this and that. And I said, well, I'm just going to let you know. So we're already in the season.
Yeah.
I said, you better work hard. And I said, you better prove yourself, because I said, if you don't, I said, I won't start you and I won't play you.
Yep.
I said, you don't just get to play just because you think. I said, you've got to show that you want it.
Yep.
And that you're gonna, try to be the best.
Yeah.
And I've always told her that every year. I'm like, you've got to prove yourself.
Yep. Well, it's like my dad always told me. He's like, I'm not gonna, like Dad told me, I'm not gonna pretend like things don't happen in athletics that are unfair. Like that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
My dad told me, he's like, if you got you and there's this other player and you're really close in skill level and knowledge level and talent level, but that kid's got like a close relationship with the coach. Maybe they're a little bit of a buddy with him. And you don't talk to your coach as much, like outside of sports, like that kid's probably going to start over you because he likes him more and you're close. Yeah. So my dad's like, you have to put yourself levels above him so that it's undeniable and he has to start you.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. You know who else used to say that to me all the time?
Who?
Joe Howard Miller.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah.
You can't beat him.
Man, I miss coaching with him.
I wish he still did.
Yeah.
I asked him if he'd come out this past year. I said, why don't you come out and coach basketball with me?
Yeah.
And he said, no. He said, I'm retired.
Trying to pull the whistle off the.
Oh, I wish you would. I would have been thrilled.
I loved coaching with him. He coached my first ever Little League experience. No, my second Little League experience was playing on the 76ers with you.
Oh, yeah.
And Joe Howard.
That's been a minute.
John David Veach. Joe Howard Miller, John David Veach.
That's been a long time ago. I remember that.
The picture's hanging up down here somewhere.
Gosh, I can barely even remember it.
Yeah, 77. What grade were we in? Third?
Oh, we would have been young. Yeah,
third or fourth, maybe.
I was going to say we would have been third, maybe fourth.
That was my first year playing basketball. It was my first ever Little League experience was baseball on the Diamondbacks for Tracy Arnett, Derek Profit, and Randy Davis.
I think your dad might have coached me one year in baseball.
But yeah, that was the only year in Little League baseball that I played for someone other than my dad.
Okay.
He coached every year after that.
I want to say I played maybe a year and your dad coached. Maybe we were the Yankees?
Yep, yeah. Oh, okay. If Dad was coaching, we're the Yankees.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We
were the Yankees then.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what grade that was. Did you play? You probably played with me more than 1 year on the Yankees.
I remember baseball-wise, I played to second or third grade probably.
Yeah.
And then I came back out like in middle school. I don't know if it was like seventh grade maybe.
Did we have Chris Bryan on that team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. He's pitcher.
Garrett Lyons at catcher.
Probably. Yeah, I remember Chris pitching in particular.
Neither of which continued baseball. And my dad was like devastated by that. They were great baseball players in Little League.
Yeah, I just remember
Chris could throw so hard.
I remember him pitching. He was a good pitcher.
Throw
very
so
good.
hard. And I remember my dad played catcher, and he was like, he had a pretty good relationship with Garrett at the time. Like Garrett was a good catcher.
Yeah.
I remember him being one of the only kids in the Little League that could like throw down to second, like on a line.
Yeah.
And there was no one hopping or no like rainbow throws.
Yeah.
Who else was on the team? Justin Meadows was on another team. I remember Justin, like I was always scared.
I thought he might have been on our team.
His dad coached, I think they were on the Braves maybe.
Okay, gotcha.
I remember being scared to bat when he was pitching. Justin threw hard enough that I was like scared.
I remember being scared to bat when
Brock
Taylor was pitching.
That year, there was still a 3-year age gap in Little League.
Oh,
so after that year, they went to 2 years.
Yeah.
So it was 4th and 5th grade, or like 3rd and 4th, 4th and 5th, or no. 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th played together. Yeah. But that year, it was 3rd, 4th, and 6th. And we were 3rd graders, I think. And it was awful.
Yes, it was horrible.
When you're in 3rd grade, Justin Meadows is on the mound.
Oh, dude, I was terrified. Some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them balls being thrown at me.
I remember Justin Carter pitched for another team.
Yeah.
He was throwing like breaking balls.
Oh, dude, I just remember Brock Taylor.
Brock Taylor was another
so
one.
hard.
Yep.
And I remember being terrified. And I remember he ended up hitting me with a pitch. Mm-hmm. And I just remember thinking, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah. Dude, that was, I'm glad that they changed it to the 2-year age gap.
There was a big difference in maturity at those ages. Huge difference.
Well, that would be like asking a 6th grader to play football with an 8th grader.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know how that would turn out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Big time.
All right, moving on. Will you be willing to share some parenting tips? You are doing a phenomenal job raising your children.
Shout out to whoever said that. I appreciate that.
I don't know if they want me to tell who asked it. I'll tell you later, though.
Parenting tips.
It's a close friend.
So I will say, I'm just going to rattle off kind of the first things that come to mind. And keep in mind, I have 2 girls, are my oldest, and my boy is my youngest.
Yep.
And I do feel like there's a difference in kids' needs and wants and how you raise them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big advocate of discipline and all aspects of life. I think it's great for kids to have a schedule for a lot of things. You don't have to do it 24/7, but I think just having discipline in terms of this is the way you do things, you do it right.
Yep.
You know, I just think it helps a lot for when they get older and how they go about things in life. I'm a big advocate, starting from a young age, of respect and manners, and my kids can tell you that.
Yeah.
Like, there's just things we don't do. Like, you know, I think all children need to honor and respect their parents, always. Always, you know, teach them how to treat other people as well.
Yep.
I'm a big advocate, number 3, of getting your child out of their comfort zone.
Yep.
I believe that all children inherently, as they encounter new things in life, they're afraid because it's new and it's something they don't know how to do or something they don't know how to go about it. And a lot of kids are afraid to pursue it. And you have to push them past their comfort zone to show them, hey, you can do this. Like, you don't think you can, but you can. And they're going to fail, and it's okay for them to fail. And you just got to keep encouraging them and keep pushing them along the way. You push, encourage, you push, encourage. And with my girls, I really try to always remember, like when they get out of school in the morning, I always tell Ellie, she's my only one in school right now, but I always tell her, I say, I'm proud of you. I love you. I'll say either something like, hey, you're smart, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, you're a wonderful person. And it's like, always remember that. I'll tell her that every morning when she gets out of the car, because I want her to build her confidence in herself. And Reese the same way, and Beckham as well. And let's see, those are probably some of my big core values. And I know it's easy as parents to, and I feel like we're all guilty of this. You know, sometimes you're overwhelmed, you're stressed, you got a ton of things going on at once if you have multiple kids. But if you can ever have something that gives you a reminder of, hey, everything's fine. Just embrace it and remember your kids are watching you at all points. Just be patient. And remember they're kids. I think sometimes too, I'll forget. I will forget that my kids are 8 years old, 4 years old, and 18 months old. And sometimes I'll almost have to back up and be like, oh, I'm talking to them like they're 16, but they're not 16. And I feel like and I do this with coaching. Like you've got to talk to them and treat them at their age level. You know, there's certain things you got to go about a certain way and tell them how to do a certain way with the right type of encouragement. You can push kids too hard. You can push them not enough. You got to find the balance, I think. And
inversely, I find myself maybe dumbing down things too much when I talk to Asher specifically. Like, find that like what you're saying, like find that healthy medium. Like I almost don't respect like what he can understand enough sometimes. And
and the thing is, where you already recognize that, it's kind of like, I feel like you're probably good at now seeing where you need to, you know, communicate different things towards him. And but yeah, that's probably 4 or 5 of my biggest things in terms of parenting. And in sports. And I'm very like, give me your all, give me your best effort no matter what. We're never going to be lazy. That's probably one thing my kids, my oldest two, would tell you that Daddy always says is we're not going to be lazy.
Yeah.
I tell them that all the time. I'm like, don't waste time. It's okay to relax here and there.
Yeah.
But every day's a gift.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to learn how to do new things. We're going to learn to be great at everything we do. Even if it's feeding the cats outside or watering flowers, we're going to learn to be the best we can and doing it right.
Yeah.
And that's what I told Ellie the other day. She was talking about school, and I was like, just remember, do it right. I don't care if you miss this or mess up on something. Just do it right.
Yeah.
So
that's great advice. Great advice.
Yeah.
I agree with it.
It's probably some of my main ones, though.
Oh, communication is a big thing with kids. Like,
oh, it's huge. And
don't make empty threats either.
Don't make empty threats or empty promises.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of times people don't pay attention enough to their words, and somebody will say something like, well, you do this, well, in a week I'll buy you this.
Yeah.
We'll go do this. And then a week goes by and you forget about it, and your kid's like, okay, are we going to go buy a pony? Whatever.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, no, what are you talking about? I think that's a big one, is like, whatever you say, always mean it and keep your word.
The tough ones when I'm like, if you do this again, I'm going to spank you. Mm-hmm. And then they do it. I have to.
Oh, 100%.
Because if I don't, you're going to know you can get by with that now.
That's something I've got
That's a tough one.
That's something I've got a lot more intentional with, is you shouldn't have to say anything to your child 3, 4, 5 times.
Yeah.
It's, you tell them once. If they don't do it, you tell them a second time, and then you tell them the consequence.
Yeah.
And say, I'm just going to let you know, if you don't do this, when I ask, here's the consequence. Then if they don't do it, bam, here's the consequence. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That way they always know you're serious, and they won't test you.
And that one sucks so bad sometimes.
Oh, it does.
It's not fun punishing them.
Oh,
it's
100%. And I had to explain that once when one of mine was bawling, crying. And I had to tell her, I think I had to spank one or both of them. And this has been a while, but I was like, listen, I said, Daddy doesn't want to spank you.
Yeah.
Daddy, it makes me sad to spank you. But I'm like, you have to learn this lesson.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to do it. It doesn't make me happy. But I have to do what I say I'm going to do.
That's good to explain that, too, because that's tough for them to see.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I had mine once. I think what led to that was mine saying, you don't love me. You hate me. So I had to explain the difference of, no, it's not that, but you have to learn lessons.
Oh, this man, this next question, we just left a very serious philosophical topic in this next question.
No, that's all right. I'm kind of looking forward to whatever it is.
Would you do the mohawk again if you went back in time? For those that don't understand, 2009 Monroe County football season, a bunch of us got together before the season started and agreed to get mohawks together. And a bunch of us did it. Some of us wimped out. Some of us were too soft mentally to sport a mohawk. You know who you are.
And I'll tell you, the funny thing is, I got mine, I think, before anybody else, just on a whim, because my brother, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I was needing a haircut, and for some reason, Chase was like, you need to get a mohawk.
Yeah.
I said, man, that'd be cool. I wish I could. He said, I'll give you one.
Yeah.
He said, I got some electric clippers. I said, you think you can? He's like, yeah, absolutely. So right in the kitchen, Chase pulls out the clippers. It's just me and him. Mom's at work, Dad's at work, I guess. And he gives me a mohawk. And I'm like, that's actually legit. He did a great job. Yeah. And I think my mom only freaked out because I was supposed to be getting my driver's license very soon. And I shaved the sides of the head, but I loved it. Yeah. Oh, I absolutely loved it. And
I kept mine up until the Logan County game.
See, I ended up cutting mine for my driver's license pictures. I think I cut it that morning and went with the shaved head. And I
remember getting off the bus, though, and we always got looks from the other team.
Exactly. The look of fear.
I went to we played at Dare County that year, like maybe third game of the season.
Yeah.
and a guy that was on the football team with like. So I started to play football at Lindsay. I ended up it didn't last long.
Yeah.
While I was still on the team, I met a guy from Adair County named Tim Beard.
Mm-hmm.
He was the fullback that they had that year. You remember the
wow.
stud fullback they had?
Yeah, big old boy.
He was talking to me. He's like, man, when y'all got off the bus and all of you had mohawks, we were scared to death.
That is
He
hilarious.
said that was really intimidating.
Oh, that's so
Because
funny.
Tim had a mohawk at the time too, but he was the only
Really?
one on his team that had one. He's like, these guys all went together and got a mohawk.
Now, I'll tell you something I always did every football season. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know why, but I would always get a haircut before the season started.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't cut my hair until the season ended. So, like, usually by the end of the season, I would have hair that if it was straightened out, I mean, it'd be to my nose here if I ever straightened it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd just have to swoop it to the side.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't get a haircut until the end of the football
I
season.
don't think I knew that.
Yeah, I'd just let it grow.
I grew a playoff beard.
Really?
Yeah. Which we were in the playoffs for a good little while, so it got pretty thick.
I was going to say, yeah, it would have got pretty thick
yeah,
then.
it got pretty thick. I mean, it's pretty thick in comparison to other 17-year-olds. So
I couldn't even grow a beard at that time, so it just
Dude,
wasn't
if
in the
I did
cards.
that now, it would be like so bushy and ratty. But
But to answer that question of would I do it again? Oh, 100%.
yeah,
In a heartbeat. And I would actually probably keep it the entire season.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have. Like, if I had to do it over, I would go shorter on the sides.
If
I
I
would
did-
have embraced it more.
Oh, if I had to do it over, I'd hope to get as many people as I could to get
Yeah.
one, or
So, like-
we all shave our heads or something.
The other guys that got one, I think they all went to, like, what was that place called? Amy Hill had a salon. What was it called?
I don't even know. I'm not
It
sure.
was like beside Walmart in that little strip mall where Bluegrass.
yeah, I know
Sailor
what you're
and all
talking.
was.
I don't know what the
I don't
name
know
of
what
it
it's
would have
called,
been,
but
though.
that's where I think they all went together there.
Gotcha.
And then, like, I remember when I got mine, I was one of the last ones to get it.
Yeah.
The reason being, like, I wanted to make sure everybody was going to follow through on their promise to get one before.
Well, yeah, of course.
I was like, I don't want to be the butt of like a joke and be like the only guy that got one.
Yeah.
I ended up going to Lindsay York's and getting it. And
Really?
She spent a lot of time.
Oh, you got a good one.
Yeah, I
then.
got it like a meticulous.
Yeah, you got a
mohawk.
legit mohawk.
We were at Walmart hanging out with like, there's a bunch of girls and guys from your class,
Mm-hmm.
and Lauren was there, and I was like, where can I get a mohawk? I don't want like a dumb looking one. She's like, well, my sister cuts hair. So Lindsay York gave me my mohawk like in her kitchen.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like off the clock.
That's
she spent a
hilarious.
lot of time on it too.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was good
Oh, yeah.
times.
All right. Favorite high school game and why?
Favorite high school game?
I'm assuming this is football, but I guess if your favorite game is a basketball game, you can.
I'm assuming it's football too. I'm going to go with either, man, that's a tough one. Either Greene County, my sophomore year at Greene County.
Mhm.
That would have been the
The
game.
08,
That would have been the game
the
we
Jared
done.
Rich safety.
No, at Greene
At
County.
Greene County. Okay.
Yeah, no, this would have been 08 at Greene County. This is whenever like first play of the
Yeah,
game.
dude, I don't
Neil-
remember much about that one.
Neil threw me the double pass. He threw me
Yeah,
the double
yeah,
pass
yeah,
and I
yeah.
scored because their guy actually was basically going to catch it and I took it from him, scored.
Yeah, I remember that now.
And I cut my chin open that game, wide open,
Mm-hmm.
at like started the second
I
quarter.
think I remember that too.
And it was just bleeding the whole
Yeah.
time. And Ronnie Butler put gauze on me, and I played the rest of the game. And Tony Carter stitched me up in my uniform on the bench at the end of the game, as soon as the
Wow.
game ended.
Yeah.
So either that one
Uh-huh.
or I will say I really loved the
Dude.
Fort Campbell game my sophomore
Mhm.
year. Probably,
Dude, the Stitches story reminded me of something else.
really,
But you finished your thought.
yeah, probably that Greene County game or even the Fort Campbell game my sophomore year. I think just because there was just moments that were just very big moments that stuck
Mhm.
out to me. I mean, I got other
Yeah.
games, but there were just some big moments that stuck out to me in those two.
Mm-hmm. Two memorable games.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah. I had good games both of those.
Dr. Tony, gave a lot of impromptu stitch jobs from our age group, I feel like.
Hey, he did a good job, man.
Were you at my house? I had like, I guess you'd call it a party.
Mm-hmm.
You remember like the old house we'd play cornhole?
Oh, yeah,
like,
absolutely.
We got together.
There's a lot of cornhole.
Were you there when the MMA gloves got thrown on by a couple guys?
No, I wasn't there for that. No, I missed that.
I'm not going to call his name. I will say Ben was the delivery man for the right cross. Caught everybody off guard.
Really?
Ben and another individual, and they weren't mad at each other. This was not like a fight.
Yeah,
because we're mad.
Yeah.
This was Braden Ward Braden Ward had just started like his amateur MMA career.
Yeah, yeah.
And he had brought like boxing gloves and MMA gloves, and like we had been throwing cornhole all night. High school party.
Yeah, yeah.
The gloves get brought out, and we all know where that's gonna go with a bunch of 17-year-old boys.
Yep.
It's a bunch of us were like boxing, and like it started off as like, all right, body shots only, like no shots to the head, and then it evolved.
Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't know this.
Ben threw the gloves on with somebody that I'm not going to call him out, and it didn't last long. And
shoot.
Ben had to drive him to Tony's office or to his house, and Tony stitched him up.
Really? Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
I never heard of that story.
Yeah, I hope Ben's okay with me telling that story.
It's
a great story.
That's wild. Never
It was
knew
a heck of a right cross.
That blows
Especially
my mind.
for somebody with no training. Of course, like Ben, we always watched the UFC at Ben's house in the basement.
Yeah.
We were watching UFC pay-per-views before it was like cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure I'm sure there was some practicing in the mirror at some point.
That is, never knew
that paid off.
That's
I
so
can still
funny.
see it, man. I can still see it. You remember those trees?
Yeah.
It had the sidewalk off the porch,
Yeah, of
and he had
course.
those two trees. It was like he fell into the tree.
Oh, shoot.
Oh man, it rocked him.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Of course, they weren't. Nobody was mad at each other,
Yeah, yeah.
and this was really stupid to do. But Tony gave him a stitch job at probably like 2 a.m. Yeah, that
You
lip
can always
was,
count on Tony.
dude, that
man.
lip was split like wide open, like
That's
one of
wild.
those like where you could pull it open. Oh,
I'm just surprised I never heard that till now. That's
I didn't know if you
surprising.
were there or not.
No, I missed that. I was not there.
That would have been my junior year. You would have been a sophomore.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that. I missed that completely. That's wild.
Like I said, I hope. Shout out Ben Carter and the Average Joseph podcast.
Oh, that's funny.
If you're listening, tune into the Average Joseph podcast and see the evolution of Ben.
That's so funny.
All right, next question. What was it like running track at Eastern Kentucky University?
That's pretty cool, honestly.
How many events did you do?
So in college, I primarily just did long jump and high jump.
Yep.
Now, every now and then they'd throw me into something like a 400-meter dash or something like that.
400 meter?
Yeah,
That's the worst event. I hate it.
try it when you've never trained for it. They threw me into it unexpectedly at our first meet of the year at the University of Kentucky when I was a freshman. I didn't even know I was in it.
Oh, man.
And I ran as hard as I could because I just did not want last place.
Yeah.
And
The first time I ran a 400 meter in high school, I had never ran one before.
I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
Ron
But,
Stewart was the coach, and he told me if I didn't feel like puking at the end, I didn't do it right.
that's about the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say probably like the coolest aspects of it was the traveling and competing against some just like top tier athletes. Like I don't think people would ever guess that, like, for example, when we went to Indiana University indoor track meet, we show up, we're doing high jump, and then we realize we are competing against a guy who had just got third in the Olympics.
Oh my gosh.
Like the legit World Olympics in high jump. So it was like we all jumped. We knew the guy was going to win.
Yeah.
And ironically, or I guess not ironically, but it was really cool that while we were there watching him finish, he went for his PR, his personal record or personal best, and he ended up getting the highest recorded jump in the country.
Oh, wow.
As of that moment at that meet.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so
That's crazy.
I mean, it was cool. The traveling to some of these big places and seeing how good some people were.
Yeah.
Like we went to Notre Dame,
Mm-hmm.
and at Notre Dame it was
And
called.
you went to some big places.
Yeah, we went to some
Yeah.
big places, and Notre Dame was really cool. And their indoor meet, I think they called it the Last Chance meet.
Yeah.
And basically, what it was is everybody that was wanting to qualify for the NCAA Nationals for D1, if they wanted to get a better time or a better score, to make it,
Yeah.
they went to this meet. So it was packed full of like the top guys in the country.
Yeah.
So, for example, when me and my roommate entered high jump,
Yeah.
I mean, compared to these guys, we were just a bunch of scrubs.
Yeah.
Like when we started jumping, the bar that we had to jump over, the first starting height, still remember it. It was, I believe, it was either 6'8" and 3/4
Yeah.
or 6'9" and 3/4. And for people that don't know
Yeah.
that's literally what the bar is set at. So
Yeah.
take somebody that is LeBron James's
Yeah.
height, and you've got to jump over him like on your back,
That's
like going
crazy.
back over first.
Yeah.
And so that was the starting height. But like I remember a guy that we jumped against from Florida State. He was on. You remember when the Seminoles won the national championship?
Yeah.
I guess it might have been with Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
I don't remember
yeah.
the year. But I'm guessing that was the team that this guy was a starting wide receiver.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, we was competing against him. Super tall.
That's crazy.
Tall, lanky
Yeah.
guy. But yeah, I mean, we got to see just like unbelievable
Yeah.
guys compete. That was probably kind of one of the cool things, just
Yeah.
seeing all the great athletes, going to some of these big schools that I would never, go to on my own.
Yeah.
And made a lot of good friends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my best friends from college, who I still talk to on and off today, like we met through track.
Yeah.
So yeah, super awesome experience.
Was it true you were caught yawning before every opening kickoff in high school?
Oh, that's so funny, considering I know exactly who mentioned that. Yeah, every single game. Before we'd run out of the tunnel at the home games, be in the helmet, I'd be in the back, about to run out. I always like being in the back.
Yeah.
I'd be yawning, and then kickoff's about to start.
Yeah.
Of course, they blow the whistle before they
Yeah.
even kick it, and I'd be in the very back yawning as the ball's coming through the air.
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm catching it.
Did he call you out on it every time? Did
Oh,
he draw attention to it?
I don't know if he noticed it or if I said something. I think he might have noticed it once. Said, "Are you yawning?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I can't help it." I'm like, "I feel like I'm just so tired before the start of every game." And
Yeah.
yeah, if I'd have known what pre-workout was back then, I
Yeah.
probably would have just ingested like 3 scoops before the start of every game.
Yeah, I didn't know what pre-workout was then either, to be honest with you.
But I still, till this day, I call it a nervous yawn, because before every game, and you might have not been this way, I truly was so nervous before all my games that I
would
felt
get
like,
sick.
I felt like I wanted to throw
Yeah.
up.
I did throw up before a couple of games.
Yeah, I never did, but I would just feel like a kind of a unsettling stomach feeling.
Greene County Region Championship game, I threw up.
Did you?
And Wayne County was the opening game.
Yeah.
That was my first career varsity start.
Yeah.
I threw up before the game.
Yeah, I would. I would just be so nervous for some reason. Didn't matter how many games I played.
I was always nervous up until like the first contact.
Oh yeah, that was the thing. When the
Yeah,
game
like,
started,
after I like hit somebody, I was good.
Yep.
But
game started, I was
Yeah.
fine. It was just the period of waiting.
mhm.
I hated
Yeah.
waiting all day long, even at school, for the game to get there.
Mhm.
Don't know why, but I did. Couldn't stand it.
I would always like if my buddies caught me throwing up too, I would lie. Like I ate something bad, or I never told them. Like
Never told anybody the truth.
Yeah, I wasn't like, oh, I'm nervous.
No, I think only one
It's
person.
like looking back, that was a stupid lie to tell. I'm more likely to get pulled from the game if they think I got food poisoning
Oh, yeah,
than
of
if
course.
I'm nervously vomiting.
Yeah, I think Neil, Mr. Neil Wilson, was the only one that really knew about my yawning before every game, because he was always in the back with me.
I'm sure he drew attention to it.
Oh yeah, and we'd always go out on kickoff together.
What was your fastest 40 time?
My fastest ever legit time was, and Neil would remember this too. We went to Total Fitness together, and I think we did it twice a week, I believe.
Yeah.
And so we did it for a period of maybe a few months. They time you at the beginning, then at the end.
Yep.
And so at the end, you do. I think we did 3 40s.
Yep.
And I ran a. Let me get this right. I ran a 4.44. I ran a 4.45 and a 4.46.
Oh wow!
And so they just average it out, and so
I don't know if I knew that.
yeah, they gave. I think they even gave us a paper that showed our times on it.
That's moving.
Because they had people there clocking us, a couple people. But yeah, I officially was clocked at those 3 times.
It's that radar, like got like laser time, I'm assuming.
You know, I don't remember them using a radar.
Yeah.
I just remember they had a couple people with timers.
Yeah.
I guess maybe trying to average it out, making sure they were accurate.
Yeah.
But
It's crazy, like the space between you and someone in a 0.3 second window.
Oh, it's wild. Yeah.
Like you wouldn't think. Yeah, you hear that and you think like you're right on top of each other, and you're really not.
Well, it's kind of like if I was to run a 100-meter dash.
Yeah.
And let's say I ran in a 11.1 seconds, and let's say the guy next to me ran 10.8 seconds.
Yeah.
Some people would look at that and say, "Oh wow, y'all were right next to each other."
You're not.
But in track terms, that guy blew me out of the water.
Yep.
Like those couple tenths.
Yep.
Huge difference.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't know track or or short distance running, you wouldn't think about it.
I never had a 40 timed like anywhere or by anyone that I think would be like accurate.
Yeah.
Probably I had my fastest 40 timed I ever had was like 4.76.
Yeah.
But it was a hand timer.
Yeah.
I think it was in the high school parking lot. I don't know.
And conditions matter too.
Yeah.
I ran one in Bengals Stadium, Cincinnati Bengals Stadium, at a camp there.
Yeah.
And I remember the camp was early, but it was very cold that morning. Very cold. There was dew on the field, a little bit field was slippery, and I remember everybody ran very slow 40 times.
Really?
Because I ran mine, and I felt like it was pretty good. And then they told me I ran like a 4.7 or 4.8, and I'm like, dude, what? I'm like, there ain't no way.
I love how you throw in you thought it was good and then read off the exact time I just told you I ran one.
Listen.
Shots fired.
Listen, man. You got to think, though, at this point, I had already done Total Fitness.
Say what you mean. Go ahead, say what you mean.
I had already done Total Fitness, so this was at least a year or two after. So when they told me that, I was like, there ain't no way. I said, there's no way I went from running a 4.4 to a 4.8.
Just call me slow, man. It's whatever.
Oh, I bet died. But I felt better as the times went on because every person there was running times that everybody considered way slower than what they ran. Yeah, and it was hand time too.
Yeah.
But I was devastated when they told me that.
Yeah, just firing shots over here.
Unintentional fired shots.
All right. What do you have the most memorable rush in football? Like your most memorable rushing play?
Let me think about this here. Most memorable. I don't know if I have just one. That is a tough one.
Do you know what your longest rush was off the top of your head?
Can we count kickoff return or not? Are you talking just standard?
No, I think I assume rush would have to be like a handoff.
Okay. I was going to say, I know I ran a 97-yard kickoff return back against Glasgow.
Your senior year? Or was that?
Sophomore year, I believe.
Okay.
No. Back up.
Your sophomore year?
Did we play Glasgow junior year at Glasgow?
Your junior year or my junior year?
Your senior year. Where did we play Glasgow?
My senior year was at home.
Okay. I maybe it was my senior year.
That was my senior year was like the 8-play goal line stand.
It's sad I get it mixed up, but
that was my most memorable moment.
Was what?
Glasgow, that 8-play goal line stand.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Neil got the face guarding call on the 4th down.
I know it.
Yeah. Bum.
What a bum. No, most memorable.
Am I
rush
right? Did he
is-
get called for face guarding?
He might have.
I think I
Gosh,
want
I
to
can't
think
even
they ran
remember.
like a little slant or like a pop.
I can't.
And
I can't hardly remember.
Neil did like the which I. Not to interrupt you, I've always
No, you're
thought
good.
face guarding should not be illegal.
Yeah.
I think it's stupid that I should be allowed. If I have gotten myself in a position to block your view of the ball,
Mm-hmm.
I should be rewarded.
Yeah, I bet agree with you.
But you continue.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth, I don't have a rush that I'd consider my most memorable. I feel like I just kind of think of a lot of plays that stick out in my mind. Ironically, some of the ones that came to mind, they were actually, no, I do have one. Fort Campbell, my sophomore year, when I first got the ball. It was the first time I touched it, and we were probably on their 45-yard line, maybe,
Yeah.
something like that. I can't remember what the name of the play was, but I remember I basically had to hesitate for 2 seconds for my blockers
Yeah.
to come across the line and start
Yeah.
blocking. Then I got the ball. I got it, flew through the line, and immediately went down the left sideline.
I think Mikhail talked about this play on the podcast.
This was a home game. This is when the field was
Yeah.
frozen.
Yep.
And I sprinted down the sidelines, and I just remember
Yeah.
looking at the crowd, and everybody went wild.
Yeah.
Like cowbells, people jumping up and down, and it was packed. Like there were so many people there.
If you watch my podcast episode with Mikhail, he talked to one of Fort Campbell's players from that team.
Yeah.
And said that play, that was first play of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said he knew that they were in trouble when he couldn't catch you.
Well, I remember seeing before the
Like,
game,
he probably didn't play many people they couldn't catch.
I think that boy was their safety that was talking smack before the game. And so whenever I was going down the sideline, I mean, I was booking it, and he thought he was going to get me.
Yeah.
And I saw that he wasn't going to. He took a bad angle, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you ain't getting me.
Yeah.
And took it all the way in for a touchdown. But, yeah, I was
So he was chirping before the game?
Oh, yeah, he was chirping. Yeah, he was chirping
You
before the
remember what
game.
he said?
Oh, heck no, I didn't pay no attention to him at all. But, yeah, that's probably the one, because I just remember looking at the crowd. And, of course, our sideline was hyped because it was right at the start of the game. Yeah, that was awesome.
Most memorable moment as a D1 athlete?
That would be... honestly, I would still probably go back to not even the times where like I felt like I did my best, but more of the times where I was surrounded by the highest level
Like
of
the
competition.
Olympic.
Yeah, like the guy at
It'd be hard
Indiana.
to top memory was.
Do what?
That would be hard to top like memory was.
Yeah. I mean, 100%. I mean, going to University of Kentucky, and competing at their indoor track, and all these, Florida, Arkansas, LSU, Tennessee, like the schools you see on TV playing basketball and football games, like they're all there.
What is the purpose of there being an indoor versus outdoor season?
Just so basically you can compete throughout
Year
the year.
round.
Yeah. Well, and same with practice. I mean,
Will your time be different indoors versus outdoors? Like
for me,
significantly?
so it's not going to bother me as much because I just jumped. Runners, yes, I feel like it played a difference.
Yeah.
Because, for example, I remember like Indiana's indoor track. They had a short track.
Yeah.
So if you're running the, let's say you're running the 800-meter dash.
Yeah.
Well, instead of, doing, 2 laps on an outdoor track, you're doing, maybe 5 laps, 6 laps or something on the short indoor track.
Yeah, that's going to be like psychologically.
It was. There was a difference, even though it was the same distance. It was it was different when you did it that way. But yeah, just going to the bigger schools and seeing all the top athletes was pretty awesome.
And last audience question: did you have an athlete you looked up to growing up?
It might surprise some people, but honestly, I really didn't,
Really?
because I didn't get into watching sports until
Like later in life?
later in life. Truly, I probably really didn't get into watching much sports until we'll say high school, and it wasn't until really college that I got into a lot more of watching, because I started playing fantasy football.
Yeah.
And got really into fantasy football. Still play fantasy football. Love it.
Yep.
And but yeah, I didn't really have a guy that was kind of like, oh, that's who I looked up to.
Yeah, like my favorite players didn't play like the same position as me.
Yeah.
So like I looked up to them, but I didn't look up to them like in a competitive standpoint.
Yeah. And I mean, even when I started watching, like I had guys that it was more of like, oh, I loved watching them. Like I loved watching LeBron James when he came to the NBA. Yeah. I mean, he was just awesome. And there were certain players, even in college, I thought was awesome, like Tayshaun Prince when he was at Kentucky. Like I was just like, oh, this dude's a baller. Yeah. But no, nobody I really looked up to per se.
You still good on time?
What time we got?
It's right on 5. I had one more segment. But
go ahead.
If you need to cut it.
No, we're good.
You good? Take a quick bathroom break and then.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you sure? You good? All right. And welcome back from our short break. So to kind of wrap things up, I've got this new segment I started last week with Trent, and I enjoyed how it went. So it's called Out of Context. Okay. So what it is I've just got a series of one-liners. Okay. I'm going to read the line, and you're going to give me like your gut reaction. There's a couple seconds to process it, and then just like your immediate reaction to the line. Okay. It's all going to be like non-related topics, just kind of random one-liners. Okay. You ready? Yep. People who clap in the movie theater.
Annoying. If we're going for my first thought, I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you clapping for?
Yeah, like they don't hear you.
Like that's just my first thought.
Spider-Man came on the screen when we went to watch Avengers Endgame, and the movie theater went crazy.
Really?
And I'm like, dude, like I'm trying to hear the movie.
Oh, that's so funny to me.
You couldn't hear like we missed like 20 seconds of the movie because of people.
So wild.
They gave him like a standing ovation.
That's hilarious.
Like the actor could hear them.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more of the type like, why are you clapping?
Yeah, it was the whole, like you couldn't even call somebody out on it. It was the whole theater.
There's
like less than 10 people in there, like sitting there like, what are you doing?
I've never been in a theater where that's actually happened before.
Really? That's probably the only time I've ever seen it happen.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Maybe like some people's clapped at the end of
what
the movie.
What movie did you say that was?
Avengers Endgame.
Okay. I could see that in parts. Yeah. Now that I've seen that whole movie. Yeah. Like I can think of, depending on which part you're talking, but kind of like.
Well, it was when like Spider-Man had. You remember the snap and he disappeared. Mm-hmm. This is when he came back.
Okay.
Like see, I was brought back to life.
Well, I remember the scene where, let me think who it is. Oh, it was Captain America standing there by himself, going up against the entire army. Yeah. Of Thanos. And then next thing you know, one of the portals opens up and the entire like cast of like superheroes comes in, and then he's like, Avengers assemble.
That's like the moment. That's the moment that it happened. Like when Spider-Man came on the screen, and that moment, everybody went crazy.
That's wild. I can see that.
Yeah. All right, adults who still refer to it as their tummy.
I mean, man, I laugh because I mean I have patients that'll still refer to it as their tummy. So it's like I just gotta laugh at that one because everybody's different. I mean, I can totally see it. I mean, I say stomach. Heck, I say tummy with my kids sometimes, but
I'll say it to my kids. Never told anybody my tummy hurt.
I've heard I'm not saying majority do not say that, but I have had a patient or two use the word tummy. But no, I laugh just because.
That's wild.
Yeah, I've never thought about it. I'm so used to people saying things kind of off the wall at times that it probably didn't even faze me. That is funny though.
Putting ketchup on a steak.
Oh no, absolutely not. That's
disgusting.
That's like psychopathic. Like that's just you just don't do that.
I can't imagine like Apparently, that's a thing.
No,
People do that. But
No. That's not a thing. Maybe
it's just not something ketchup belongs on.
No, if you got something mentally going on upstairs, maybe that's a thing. But you don't put ketchup on steaks. No, it just don't happen.
Like, I like A1 on a steak. I know that's a big argument too.
No, A1, Worcestershire. I mean, normal steak-associated liquids or sauces. Yeah, I mean that makes perfect sense.
Off topic, this isn't on my list, but like, are you part of the demographic that thinks you ruin, like, if you have to put A1 on a steak, it's not a good steak?
No,
Are you one of those people?
I disagree with that. I think that's silly.
Yeah, that's like a big debate, though.
I know. That's a dumb debate.
You're like, as a man, I feel like you're looked down upon if you put A1 on your steak.
It's stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I can eat a steak either way.
Dude, I don't care if Gordon Ramsay made the steak. Like, I like A1 on my steak.
Exactly. It's the same way with, people that, people eat pizza, and a lot of people dip it in ranch.
Yeah.
Maybe the best pizza ever was, but some people are still going to dip it in ranch.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
I used to dip Lay's potato chips in A1 when I was in high school.
Now, I will say that's one I've never tried before.
I don't know why I did it. I was probably like out of food. It was experimenting.
No,
But I used to like it. I haven't done it since high school.
You probably put ketchup on your steak, don't you?
No.
You just don't tell
I
nobody.
can't stand the smell of ketchup.
Shoot, my kids like it, so
I like ketchup on fries. That's about it. Or like a burger.
I'll eat it on a burger, hot dog, and fries.
Yeah.
That's it.
I won't eat it on a burger or a hot dog without mustard, though. Like, I won't do solo ketchup.
I actually am the same way.
Gotta have mustard.
If I do ketchup, I'm doing mustard.
I will do
Always.
solo mustard. I won't do solo ketchup.
I don't do soloed mustard. I'll always.
I usually don't, but I would.
Yeah, I always do both.
You remember when I was cutting weight for like my fights?
Yeah, you cut a ton of weight.
I was the cut plan I was on. I couldn't have sodium added to anything.
Really?
So like all my food would taste like bland.
Yeah, I bet it would.
Yeah, like no salt on anything.
Man.
So I like when you go through like 6 to 8 weeks of that, at a certain point you're like craving like weird stuff.
I could see that.
I just wanted like it to taste like something.
Oh, that sounds
So
terrible.
I would make chicken breast and put mustard on it because mustard had no sodium.
Could it be honey mustard?
I don't know if I ever did that or not. If it had no sodium in it, I could.
Nah, it has fat in
It
it.
probably had sodium though.
Probably some.
I think I always just use like regular mustard.
Just don't.
Yeah, it's
sound the
gross now, but if you go 6 weeks with no salt, it's
Probably
not
good.
bad.
same. That's wild.
Yeah, I used to put mayonnaise on my eggs.
Really?
Yep.
That's one I've never thought of either.
I would do like I would over easy like a big plate, like 6 eggs.
Dang.
And I would spread mayonnaise over it and put black pepper on the mayonnaise
Why were you not doing any sodium?
to cut. Like I was having to cut like the sodium was holding like water weight.
Oh.
Yeah. I was
okay.
like in the late stages of cutting. Like
Okay, gotcha.
carbs
Interesting.
wasn't doing it. I'd already peaked to the point that like carbs weren't cutting any weight off, so I had to
then
cut sodium out.
So you was no carbs and no sodium.
Yeah, for like 6 to 8 weeks.
Dang, no wonder you was so cut.
Yeah. Gosh, it was miserable. I would like dream about food.
I can see why.
It was like I feel like that's the closest a man can get to like pregnancy cravings.
I mean, as strict as that diet was. I'd
Yeah,
say so.
when after the weigh-in, I went to a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
And like gorged myself with
Really?
sushi and like orange
I
chicken.
feel like probably all fighters do that.
It's not a good idea.
It's not.
It's a terrible idea.
But I mean, I'm sure they're just starving.
I'll tell you what, the drive home, you can ask Michaela, where I had eaten like that clean for 8 weeks. Now my body's being shocked by eating all this
I'm sure
crap.
you probably felt like crap.
Well, the drive home, she had to leave the windows down most of the drive home.
That's so funny.
It was awful.
It doesn't surprise
The worst thing I've ever smelled.
Well, your body hadn't been used
Yeah.
to it.
It was terrible.
That's funny.
All right. Texting K instead of okay.
Surprisingly, that's always been one thing I've always paid very close attention to. Like,
Yep.
I've never been one that says K.
Yeah. Unless you're mad.
Exactly. I've
Yeah.
always viewed K as being, they're mad.
Yeah.
They just gave me the K.
Yeah.
I'm one that I type out the word okay.
Yeah.
If anything. Never
do.
Never do I do a K.
I do work with people now that they're like older and will text K and they don't mean anything by it.
Yeah.
But it still like strikes a nerve. It's like when you first read it, it's like, ah.
I do. I'm one that always pays attention to the way that I word things. And Kay, I've never.
I know
sent
if my wife sends Kay like conversations in the near future.
Oh, I know if I get K, I'm like, oh, it's on. Yeah. This is going to be a very serious conversation.
That's like a K in a spousal relationship is like the bell getting rang.
Oh, yeah. I get nervous if I see a K. I'm like, oh, gosh, here we go.
Yeah. Letting your alarm go off more than twice.
I don't have to worry about that. Mine goes off once, and that's it.
Yeah.
I've always been one as soon as it goes off. I'm up.
What do you think about people that let it go off more than twice?
They are very wonderful people. I say this because in case my wife watches this.
Oh, I figured you were looking at me.
No, hers goes.
I know you remember me in college.
Hey, my wife's alarm. Let me rephrase that. My wife's alarms.
Yeah.
And when I say alarms, there's probably 8.
I set mine in intervals of like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes. She has multiple set. So one goes off, she shuts it off. The next goes off, she shuts it off. There's probably 8 alarms if I had to guess.
You may tell you something psychotic I do. I know this is not normal. You ever wake up in the middle of the night and realize that you've got like 3 or 4 more hours to go to sleep?
Yeah.
And that's a great feeling, right? I set an alarm to do that.
Really? Yes. Do you really?
I set an alarm for like 3:45 a.m. so that I can wake up and go back to sleep.
Oh yeah, that's pretty crazy. I'm just gonna.
I use the bathroom when I do it. Always get up and use the bathroom.
That's just funny to me. You set an alarm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no.
Since I've started doing that, when I wake up to get ready for work, I'm not like busting to use the bathroom anymore though. Before I would do that, when I would wake up at like 6 whatever, I would always like have to pee so bad I like hurt.
Yeah.
But since I've started doing that, it's not bad.
Oh, I can't do it because the thing is sometimes I can't go back to sleep well.
Yeah.
So
I have no problem with that.
Oh no, I'm the opposite. I might just lay there for 10 minutes. I might lay there for an hour.
Yeah. Nah, I don't have any problem with that.
You're lucky. I wish I was like that.
I can sleep like on command.
Oh,
I can go to sleep right now if you told me to.
Oh, no, I couldn't do it. It takes forever.
All right. Not returning a shopping cart.
Lazy, bum. That's my first thoughts. Yes, I am judging anyone that brings a shopping cart to your vehicle that is capable of pushing it. I'm not referring to anybody that's got issues or problems, but if you're perfectly capable to walk around and unload your groceries in your car and then you sit it by your car and you leave, yes, you are lazy and you need to go shop somewhere else.
You may give you a different perspective on that.
Go ahead.
When I worked at Walmart or like Save-A-Lot even, sometimes I would have to retrieve carts when we were like short-staffed. I always appreciated the people that would leave it next to the light pole because it was closer than the shopping cart bay.
See, I will always take it in the store or put it in the shopping cart bay. But I have a pet peeve because I just think it says a lot about your personalities if you're leaving it in the parking spot in the way. And again,
oh no, the people that would leave it like in the middle of like the parking lot, those are terrible people.
Oh, that makes me so mad.
But like there were people that would leave it like parked up against like the light pole.
Oh yeah,
it was way closer than going to the bay.
I see people doing that plenty, but I do. That's just a pet peeve of
I'm
mine.
gonna say you still judge those people too, though, don't you?
Oh yeah, I am still judging anyone that does not put it where it is supposed to go because then they put that burden on someone else.
All right, saying that we should get together more often.
I like the saying. It's a saying that I've used. The problem is I've learned basically that whenever I feel like even I say that or, friends, we say that. Problem is if we don't actually plan it out and choose a date and a time, we know it's not going to happen.
Yep.
And it's like I always have intentions to still get together.
Yeah.
But without a doubt, it's if you don't set a date and time, you're most likely not going to do what you say you're going to do.
Nope. Nobody ever, I mean, I'm not going to say nobody. Most people don't mean it when they say that. I feel like it's like something a lot of people just say it because it's like,
gosh, that makes me sad. I always mean it. If I say it, I mean it.
Yeah, but like a lot of people don't mean that.
It's sad. I'll remember that next time you say that to me.
We get together though. I don't know if we've ever said that. Watching a TV show without your spouse.
That's a tough one. I can't relate to that one because
Yeah.
honestly, the only thing I'm watching, if I'm watching TV and Lauren's not watching it, only thing I'm watching is a sports game playing. And I never actually watch it the whole way through because the kids are running, doing this, doing that. So it's like I sit down and immediately get back up. So I don't think nothing about that. Lauren likes Netflix.
Yeah.
But she likes watching her own things, and I personally am usually not that interested in, or I'm busy doing stuff.
Michaela and I haven't watched like the same show since Supernatural ended.
That's been a long time.
Yeah. That we were both into Supernatural like heavily. And I would always be like we did it to each other though.
Yeah.
She would like go ahead of me and then I'd have to get caught up and then I'd leave her behind. She'd have to get caught up.
Yeah.
It was always aggravating though. Because she would want to talk about like what happened. I'm like, I haven't seen it yet. Stop talking.
I think the last time me and Lauren watched the show together, we were dating in undergrad.
Yeah.
So that's been.
Have you ever watched anything with her that she's already seen?
Yes.
I can't.
I feel like if I do ever sit down and she's got something on the TV she's watching, it's something a lot of times she will have already seen.
I can't do it with her.
Yeah.
If we're watching something together that she's already seen, when something big's about to happen, she's like watching me. Like, it's like now I know like something's coming.
I was going to say she's telling you before it happens.
Yeah, like stop doing that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like,
no, Lauren, don't do that. That's funny.
mm-hmm.
That's actually really funny.
Or she's like giddy about to like tell me something.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
like,
but like, I don't know. I guess I do stuff like that to her too, though.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I don't watch enough shows to really know.
But like, I bet me and her haven't watched TV together in forever.
We rarely watch TV. What we watch on TV,
Other than like we come down here and watch like a movie on the VHS.
Yeah,
like
I feel like
she usually falls asleep though, so
Well,
it's usually me and the boys watching a movie.
I was gonna say Lauren and the girls and Beckham may watch a movie or a kid show, and I'm like doing stuff inside or outside around the house.
People who chew with their mouth open.
They should do better.
Kills me.
Yeah, they need to be more aware of that, especially if it's a very like. Yeah, I feel like that's something that definitely.
I get irrationally mad.
Yeah, and I don't see that a lot because I'm not usually,
you ever heard of the
eating as they're doing it? But yeah,
you ever heard of misophonia?
What is it?
Misophonia, I think misophonia.
What's that?
So it's like, it's some kind of mental disorder where you get irrationally upset by like noises.
Oh no, never heard of that.
I think I've never been diagnosed with
that.
it, but I think I have it. I get like irrationally upset.
I remember that.
And I'll like slur. I'll like Michaela will be eating chips or something.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even eat she doesn't chew with her mouth open.
Yeah.
She is very proper but like the crunch still like.
Really?
I can't be in a room with somebody eating chips.
That's wild. You need to make me a list of all those things.
Yeah.
Be sure to.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you.
Check every box next time we get together.
My dad used to eat ice cream at nighttime when we lived together, and he would scrape the bowl with the fork. I would just like storm out of the room.
Lauren drives her crazy. She says I do it. I never noticed till we got together. But like when I will eat stuff, like with a fork, she says that I scrape my teeth on the fork. And she's like, "Why do you do that?" I'm like, "What do you mean? I don't even notice it."
Yeah.
And she's like, "That noise, you're scraping your teeth." I'm
Maybe
like,
she has it too.
She's always called me out on it, and I don't even notice it.
It's like I know that it's irrational when I'm getting mad about it, and I can't help it.
That's wild.
Yeah, like Asher does eat like a little hog. He kills me.
That's so funny.
And he'll sit behind me, and that Challenger, like the seats are really close. He'll sit right behind me and be eating like Pringles.
Really?
I'm like, can you get any closer to my ear?
That's funny.
Oh man,
that's hilarious.
Like I've had like in my head, I've thought about like taking every bag of like chips from the house and just getting rid of them.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Just get rid of every one of them. Just never buy them again.
And like they don't even eat like that loud. I can't take it.
Yeah, they probably would diagnose you with it then.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot. Or like when somebody, like, not even snoring. I would rather you be like snoring louder than anyone's ever snored over like a subtle snore.
That's really surprising to me.
If you're sleeping next to me and you like the little kills me. I can't sleep.
So Michaela snores is what you're saying.
No, Asher does. And Harlan.
Really?
Yeah, Asher snores like a grown man.
That's wild.
And Harlan like still sleeps in like a little toddler bed, like beside our bed.
Yeah.
Michaela thinks I'm crazy. Like he'll be like snoring a little bit in the middle of the night and I'll wake up and I will get up and adjust him until he stops snoring.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is. That's
It's
funny.
crazy because I can't sleep.
I'm surprised they snore.
I keep earplugs by the bed.
That's smart.
I have to like have complete silence to sleep.
My mother used to sleep with earplugs because my dad would snore so loud.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I used to sleep with earplugs when I lived with my dad, and I didn't sleep in the same room as him.
That's wild.
He would sleep in the living room, and I would be like in my room, and I would hear him, and I'd have to put earplugs in.
Oh, wow. Holy cow.
Not using a turn signal.
Oh, yeah. I get really bothered by that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, one, it's like I'll be wanting to pull out, for example,
Yep.
and I don't pull out, and I'm waiting, and then next thing I know, they turn,
Mm-hmm.
and then here comes more cars. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
thanks, butthole. I could have pulled out if
Yeah.
you would just be a normal person and use your turn signals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pet peeve.
What about people that pull out in front of you and then drive slower than you?
That has to be one that makes everybody mad.
Yeah, it drives me
Oh,
nuts.
that one kills me.
Nuts. Drives me insane.
No,
I'm like-
that's one that gets me heated.
Like I'm obviously coming down the road, and I know you see how fast I'm going.
Yeah, that one gets me heated.
Yeah. I feel those are a special kind of people that do that.
That's what I always say.
You ever had somebody like you're behind a car going somewhere, and they will drive faster in the passing zones than
Mhm.
they do like.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it drives me insane.
I'm like, yeah, they'll drive like 30, and then we get to a passing zone, they'll speed up to 60. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, it makes me so
That has
mad.
to be on purpose.
It is on purpose. I think it's on purpose. I really do.
Like, why would you do that?
They do it to irritate you.
Saying no offense.
That one, I feel like that is one that can be used properly.
Yeah.
I feel like some people think that they use it properly, and then they're like, "No offense," and then they rattle off
Say
something
something offensive.
that's offensive. And it's like, yeah, the way you use that didn't exactly go the way you still was supposed to use that. I don't think nothing about it, but I do find that one funny.
I feel like that's like everybody that uses that is like, get ready.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
about to offend you.
I mean, pretty much.
Calling instead of texting.
You know, I don't mind. I know some people would rather you just text them, but
Mhm.
I'm fine if somebody calls me. Now, you better be sure to leave me a voicemail.
Yeah.
If you don't leave me a voicemail, I won't call back because I just get too many calls from patients in particular
Yeah.
that I get a lot of numbers coming in. I don't even know who they are. So,
I'm probably in the minority. I enjoy a good phone call.
yeah.
I'm a talker, though. I can talk a lot.
I don't mind either way, though. Whether it's a call or a text. Sometimes I prefer a call just because I can go ahead
Yeah.
and get whatever response or conversation done
Mhm.
quickly.
I enjoy a good phone call. I'll talk 10 or 15 minutes to about anybody.
Yeah.
But that probably gets on some people's nerves.
It don't bother me a bit.
People who stand too close to you in line.
I got a bubble, and I'm not going to be bothered. But if you are just right on top
Yeah.
of me, I'm going to kind of scoot over. And I'm not going to say anything to you, but if you keep on coming over, I'm going to think there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
I mean, just
What about people that walk like on your heels in the mall? Oh, man.
me and Lauren had a conversation about this
Michaela,
maybe
like,
today or
will-
yesterday.
Michaela wants to distance herself from me when that happens.
We just had a conversation at my house about this this morning, I think it was,
Mhm.
because Lauren really hits her heels hard on the floor when she walks,
Mm-hmm.
and you can like hear it through the house because it's just like a loud bang. And because I tell her, I'm like, why don't you walk on your 4 feet? I'm like, then it's subtle.
Mm-hmm.
But It's funny because that is the proper way to walk, though, is land with your heel strike first.
Yeah.
And so.
Oh, I mean, like like if you're in the mall, like those people that like walk way too close to you, like somebody's walking behind you and they're like right on you.
Yeah.
And there's room to go around.
Oh yeah. No, that's aggravating.
Michaela distances herself from me in those situations.
That's aggravating
because I say something every time. Every time,
funny.
I can't help it. I just lose it.
Oh, that's funny.
Because like I'll try to move over and let them go around, and they won't go around. They'll just stay on my heels, and then like I don't make like a huge scene or anything, but I've always got like some like slur. And I'll move over. I'm like, by all means, like don't let me slow you down.
That's funny. I never thought about that one.
Oh man, it drives me nuts.
I'd like to see you say something to somebody. I'd probably just sit back and laugh.
Shit, Michaela, like if somebody's like walking on her heels in the mall, like she will like grab me and pull. She's like, I know you're about to say something. Like,
she's already prepared for it.
Yeah. She's
so
like,
funny.
You're gonna get killed one of these days. I mean, I probably will get the brakes beat off of me one day. Some big like bodybuilder.
Nah, man. I'm sure if he's big enough, he'll probably be like, all right, it's cool. You just keep doing you.
See, I don't know if I ever check. I mean, I guess I look around sometimes. The worst place is the mall, though. It happens in the mall a lot.
See, I don't go to the mall enough to know.
Yeah, we go to the mall probably once every couple months or something.
Okay. Yeah, I don't go hardly ever once a year, maybe.
I'm a miserable Black Friday shopping partner because people get on my nerves.
I don't go.
I can't help but say stuff to them.
You won't see me on Black
Well,
Friday
my thing
shopping.
is like you're being rude, and I think someone should call you out on being rude.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I told Michaela, I'm like these people have lived their whole lives and nobody's told them they're rude. Like I feel compelled to be that guy. I'm like, hey, you're being really rude.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I saved like a bunch of people down the line.
you may have changed his course of action from there on out.
Probably not, but
we can still think
we
that
hope
way.
so. We hope so.
We can still, yeah.
Nobody's ever like threatened to like do anything to me.
Hey, you're good. You got a great track record.
It's coming.
Don't stop now.
Oh, where did I get to? Clipping your nails in public.
Man, is that even a thing?
Yeah,
dude.
Some people do it.
If I see somebody clipping their nails in public, like
I can think of teachers we had that did it.
I just couldn't imagine doing it in public. I would feel weird about it.
I can remember teachers that would do it like during class.
Oh no, I would just feel very strange.
Yeah,
being in a public place and doing that.
Taking a speakerphone call in public.
Oh, that's one I'm always kind of like, I wouldn't do that, but you do you.
I love it. I love people watching.
I mean, I don't do it.
Yeah,
like if I'm
I would
in
never
public,
do it.
But like, yeah, somebody's around me, they hit speaker, and then the person that comes on is just blasting with their voice. I just kind of laugh.
It gets on some people's nerves. But
I know.
I'm like fully invested. I will stop where I'm going.
I'm just
to
waiting
listen
to
your.
I was gonna say, I'm just waiting to hear what comes out.
Yeah, I'm like, if it's a good like argument, for sure I'm stopping what I'm doing and like watching.
I've been at some houses before, particularly of some older people. That, they'll answer their phone and they think that it's not on speaker.
Yeah.
But they hit speaker and they put it up to their ear and it's just blasting. But I don't think they realize it's on speaker.
Nothing beats a good speakerphone argument out like a mall food court. I will, if I'm not in a hurry, dude, I'll stop whatever I'm doing.
That's hilarious.
Like I will watch the whole thing like I'm watching TV.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm so nosy.
I've never thought about that before.
I'm a big people watcher. I love it.
That's funny.
The more like personal, the better.
You should make a YouTube channel with that.
Yeah.
Just catching everybody's conversations. It'd be hilarious.
I can't remember like specifics, but I can like remember times that happened and like just being fully entertained.
That's so
and
funny.
Michaela's like, "Can we go?" And I'm like, "I gotta know what happened."
No, we gotta
like,
sit till the conversation ends.
Now if it's like a boring like conversation, I'm not.
Well, yeah, of course not. It's only got to be
like
something good.
Spousal arguments are the best.
This is so funny. I feel like you've got a history of listening.
Because you
to
like
these.
learn a lot about that person in like 2 minutes.
I'm just kind of wondering how many of these conversations you've now heard.
Probably a dozen or more. Probably.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
A dozen.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm just disappointed you ain't recorded any.
I love it. I love a good, I love it when somebody calls me and they've got the wrong number.
Why?
I just like to mess with them.
You're that guy.
Have you ever had somebody text you and it's the wrong number?
Oh, yeah.
I'll go along with it.
I think I texted a number once and thought it was the right number. And
Yeah.
they responded back as if they was the person I was looking
Mhm.
for. And then thankfully they told me that it wasn't who I
Yeah.
was looking for. Because
I went along with one for like a few weeks one time and almost got like put into like a work Zoom call.
Oh, you're that guy.
Yeah.
I
I finally had to tell him like, hey man, I'm sorry.
I would have been so mad at you. I would have tried to
Yeah.
look your number up online and figure out where you lived. I would have been livid.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love a good wrong number call.
That's great.
I used to be really into like prank calling people too when I was younger.
You was probably the one that called me back in the day.
Probably. I mean, there's a good chance.
I did used to get a lot of
Dude,
prank
we used
calls.
to get primarily we prank called people we didn't know.
Oh, really?
I would get like a Barron County phone book. So if you got the phone book, you know their address.
I'm sitting here thinking local. You're
Yeah.
going to county over.
Nah, dude, you gotta make sure like you're never gonna run into this person.
That's smart. That's actually
We would
good
like
thinking.
you got the phone book. You know what street they live on now.
Well, yeah, of
So like
course.
you can incorporate that into the conversation. So now they really think you know them.
Oh, well, of course they would.
So we would call people and like, I wish like TikTok was a thing back then. I would have been viral. I had
Oh,
some
yeah.
hilarious prank calls.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you would have.
Yeah, I remember one. Neil will remember this one. We were in Ben's basement, and I prank called some old lady. I can't remember what I was saying to her, but in the middle of it, she like thought that I was like her nephew or son or something, and she was like, "Dale, that's you," and I'm like, you got me."
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, I can remember Neil losing it when I did that.
Oh,
Like,
I bet
you
he
got
did.
me. I'm like, I can't get nothing by on you. And she like told me she loved me before she got off the phone.
Oh, my gosh. That poor woman.
Oh, we would call people and tell them that like their dog was getting out of their pen, and they would come to our yard and eat our dog's food, and we were sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
That was like my go-to.
Oh,
And,
that's
like,
great.
Yeah, because most people have a dog.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Like, my dog's not getting out of my yard. I'm like, yeah, they are. And she's like, where do you live? And I'd rattle off their road name. And they're like, are you sure it's my dog? And
There
like,
was
you know,
people that probably pondered for 24 hours of who
Yeah.
you were.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great.
We'd get on Craigslist and we would call like sale ads.
That's so
Like people would
funny.
have stuff for sale.
Dude, you was pretty much a professional prank caller.
Man, there was this one guy had a New Zealand deer. It sticks out to me. He had a New Zealand deer for sale, and I asked him if it had an accent.
What'd he say?
Oh, that's when he lost it. Because I had him going that I wanted this deer.
Oh,
Like we had arranged like a pickup time and everything. And I'm like, before we do, like, does it have an accent?
Oh, I bet he was livid.
He's like, an accent? I'm like, yeah, it's from New Zealand. Like, does he have an accent or is he
my
overcame that? And he went nuts.
Oh, I'd been so mad. So mad.
Oh, that was like my favorite thing to do.
I would never guessed it.
Oh, all right. People that overuse the word literally.
That's an interesting one. I guess what comes to mind is you need to expand your vocabulary.
I think about 8th grade kids. In
I could see
general.
kids using that a lot. I could see that.
Yeah, everything's literally.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, I mean they all do it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Yeah, I've never.
They'll be telling you a story, and it's like he literally said that to me. I'm like, I thought he figuratively said it to you. Like,
You should say that.
Oh, I do.
That'll make them think.
Glad
twice
you
before using it.
clarified.
Oh my goodness.
Not tipping your server.
Oh, I served in college at O'Charlie's
Yeah.
for 2 years, and that is one thing that says a lot about your personality.
Yep.
Like if you go to a sit down restaurant, you know, if you spend whatever you do spend,
Yeah.
and you don't tip nothing,
Mm-hmm.
I can't explain how bad that bothers me because At least when I worked,
Yeah.
what you made and took home was just tips.
Yep.
There was no paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
You made your money off tips.
Yeah.
So you take a table that gives you nothing, you just sit there and wasted your time.
Yep.
Like, just it's what you survived off of. It just said a lot about personalities. I've
left like small tips when the server's terrible before.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, you get somebody that's genuinely a bad server.
And by
Care.
terrible, I mean like rude. Like
Yeah.
I've had servers that were like very rude to me.
I'll always tip well because I did the job.
Yeah.
But I always tip no matter what. But I've had just a very small amount that just disrespectful, just act like they didn't care.
Yep.
I'd tip them, but it would be a lot less
Yeah.
than what I'd usually give somebody.
I've tipped very little when somebody's like rude or disrespectful to me.
That there's no.
I don't even I don't tip like bad if they're not a good server. Like you don't know what they got going on. They may be super busy.
Yeah.
So I really just lower my tip if they're rude.
I agree. There's no room for rudeness or poor manners.
People who say I don't watch TV and are way too proud of it.
I'm just more like, well, that's good for you. Congratulations. I can't say anything because I feel like at times where people bring up like TV and ask me something like, oh yeah, you like this, you watch this, and a lot of times I'll say, no, honestly, I don't watch much TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a funny one.
There are people out there that's like, I don't watch TV.
Yeah, if somebody said it like
you're
proud of
condescending.
it, I'd just be like, hey, that's great. Congrats.
Bringing a full meal into a movie theater. Who's the first person that comes to your mind?
Neil. I feel like I've said his name multiple times, but 100% Neil bringing chicken strips in his pockets.
You went on that trip with us, didn't you?
Yeah.
What were we watching? Was it Saw?
I don't even know. I think
or was it The Blind Side?
Man, I want to say The Blind Side, but I don't remember. I just remember him pulling out a chicken strip out of his pocket in the middle of the theater, and I started rolling.
Yeah. We had just left Zaxby's.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I could understand if it was in the to-go box, but I think it was in
his pocket. Yeah.
And I was absolutely dying.
Yeah.
Laughing.
Yeah, I was sitting on the right side of him.
Oh, that was great.
And he pulled it out in the middle of the movie.
I'll always remember
and I'm
that.
like, did you just do that?
I think we all, once everybody realized what he'd done, everybody's just cracking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Yeah. Nobody else would do that.
Now, I will say, though, if you're somebody coming to the movie theater, you got a big bag, and then you pull out, like, sandwiches and Ziplocs and chips and drinks. I'm like, hey, that's smart.
Yeah, Michaela does that. Not sandwiches, but she will stop. If we go to a movie with the kids, we'll stop at, like, Dollar General, and she'll get, like, the Raisinets or whatever.
Yes,
like,
it's way
all
cheaper.
The snacks.
Yes, it's way cheaper. Hey, we're the same way.
I never thought to do that before, like, marrying her.
Oh, we're the same way, man. So much cheaper.
Parents that argue with the referees.
Yeah, I don't like that. I do not care the situation. I do not think that any parents in the stands should be at least, blatantly going up to a referee. Like, it's just, I'm sorry, that's
I've seen it happen.
Yeah, it's not your place. The referees are humans. They're going to make calls and miss calls. It's just part of it. You can be mad, that's okay. But don't be going up, causing a scene, getting in their face.
People who say do your own research.
I'm kind of that person at times. I'm not going to say that to anyone.
Yeah.
If I was to say that, it would be like to one of my kids that asked me a very obvious question. I'd be like, well, you can find the answer.
Yeah.
That's pretty obvious. You look it up, you figure it out.
I think of like people that say it like in terms of that they've done like a significant amount of research on something. They probably just Googled it.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody...
I feel like there's a big misconception with people like as to what research actually is.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Majority of people don't actually read real research. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Most people are going to read
I never had until I took research methods.
Yeah, most people's going to read news articles.
Mm-hmm.
Articles from some type of publishing news source.
Take a grad school research methods class.
Hey, I had to take
and then
research.
Talk to me about research.
I had to take research methods in undergrad and grad school.
Yeah.
And I didn't enjoy it.
No, it's terrible. I mean, I probably learned more in that class than in my other classes, though.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it too much.
All right. That concludes our Out of Context segment. And we're nearing 5:45, so I'm assuming you need to probably be getting out of here, calling some patients.
Yeah, I'll have to go call my peeps.
I do greatly appreciate you coming on. I've had a blast. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, dude. Love it.
You got anything going on, like you need to plug or anything?
What did you say? I need to plug?
Yeah, I mean, usually somebody that's got something. Like, I don't know if you got any advertising you want to do.
Oh, advertising?
Yeah.
Let me think here. I mean, advertising-wise, no.
Yeah.
But I did mention to you earlier that I've got some like new apps I'm going to work on and put on the
Man,
App
we
Store.
never talked about that.
Yeah, we did. We completely forgot.
Man, my bad. That's
No,
on
you're
me.
good. You're
That's on
good.
me.
You're good.
No, that's the host.
I'll show you the game that I've made recently.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's something that it's really cool because it's like now that they've came out with so many AI applications of various sorts that like this one that I'm using.
Yeah.
Just tell you what it's called right now. I've got like 3 I'm looking at, but this one right now, it's called Base 44. Long story short, it's like you're talking to the AI source.
Is that the app?
Yeah, it's actually, to tell you the truth, right now it's a website that I'm on. But
Base 44?
Uh-huh.
So where do I go for the...
Just type it in on Google, and it'll pop right up. But long story short, like, it does all the coding for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I can sit here and say, I want to make an app that is similar to my 1999 Madden football game that I played on Nintendo.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, okay, thinking, and it starts writing code.
Yeah.
Well, then it pops up, and right there it is. And then from there, you can keep on editing it. And you can put in there, okay, I don't like
just
this.
Like prompts.
Yep. You can be like, okay, I don't like this part. I need you to edit this, take this out, fix this error, change this color.
Oh, wow.
Add these suggestions, put me a leaderboard. Oh, the game's too fast. I want you to slow it down.
Wow.
Like anything you can think of, and it'll do it. And you can do this with anything.
Yeah.
I mean, if I want to be like, I want you to make me a template, concerning these numbers in regards to these analytics of my budget plus this business model, and I want you to calculate all this for me.
Yeah.
And it'll do it. Trying to think of what else I was going to do.
Man, I'm sorry I didn't bring this up.
I
was really intrigued by this, though.
And I'm just now looking at it. I just started looking at it a few days ago. But I know the other day I was trying to think.
And you can do this and, like, put these in the App Store?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, that's good. You'll have to, like, show me how to do that.
Yeah.
Or, like, just tell me about it.
Yeah, there is a lot of very good AI apps out there. And some of them I'm going to start learning about.
And you make games with it?
You can make anything with it.
So, like, how elaborate, like, can you make the graphics on a game?
Very elaborate.
Like
the same as any other game that you've played.
So, like, I'm picturing, like, you mentioned Flappy Bird at some point, like 2-dimensional, like, platform style. Mm-hmm. Can you make, like, a 3-dimensional, like, immersive game?
I haven't tried that yet, but I could. Because, like I said, I just started
if I wanted,
this.
like, a first-person shooter or something like that, do you think you could do that?
I'm going to actually try that. So, here's an example. So, here, the first thing that I brought up just to do was Flappy Bird.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to make something similar to Flappy Bird.
Yeah.
And so here's the game itself, actually.
That's the one you made.
And you can see the graphics and stuff. And so it's got a screen, like I've got it where you hit play. It's got missions. It's got a shop. Man. It's got like upgrades, a leaderboard.
It's got a shop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like in the game, like if you wanted to like down the road, buy like additional, like, so like it's got, who you want to choose to play with.
Dude, that's crazy. This is blowing my mind.
Yeah,
right
and it's got ones you can unlock the more that you play. But like, kind of like I click on it here, and I don't know if you can see it or not. But like, so it's got when you play it. I've edited it a little bit to where I actually put levels on this one, and then there's power ups, and then there's
like blown away right now.
Oh yeah, it's cool, man.
So, have you watched like the intros to my podcast episodes?
Yes.
Did you see the ones where I had the basement podcast as like a Super Nintendo style game
Yes.
where he was running it like platform across the screen and jumping and grabbing the floating mic and stuff? Like the game was called the basement.
I don't know if I saw that one.
It was, I can't remember whose intro it was, but it was like, think Super Mario.
Yeah.
But the name of the game is The Basement Podcast.
Really?
And
No,
a
I
little
hadn't seen
character
that.
running across, and he was jumping over like stuff, grabbing coins. And at the
Oh,
end
that's
of
cool. I didn't see that one.
at the end of the video, he jumps up and grabs this floating like podcast mic, and then the screen explodes and it says The Basement Podcast episode whatever.
You know what? Actually, maybe I did. I feel like I saw
Might have
something.
been Lincoln,
Okay.
or I can't remember who it was.
That's cool.
So could I turn that into like could I make a game?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I could make a basement podcast game.
Yeah, and with this one, it's got like levels that you can pay for.
Yeah.
For example, like they've got kind of the base level
Yeah.
and allows you to put in so many prompts or editing changes, like a month,
Yeah.
and then you can upgrade to where you can, if you want to be able to just continuously edit it X amount of times, you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm just dabbling around with it, just checking it out.
So does it do video generation?
I don't know if this one does or not. And the only reason I say that is because the other day I was going to generate a video on a Bible story
Yeah.
for the kids at church. And I think I typed in, this age range, this is what I wanted to cover.
Yeah.
And I want to say it told me it couldn't do the video, but it came up with it made it a storybook. Like a colorful interactive storybook is what it did, but it didn't actually make a video for me.
Okay.
So I don't know if it'll do that or not. I'm going to, like I said, I've only been doing it a couple nights.
Did you ever use Sora?
I never did.
Are you familiar with it? Man, Sora was it was ChatGPT's like AI video generator. You could you could scan like my face in, so I could make videos with me in, or I mean it didn't have to have me in it. I could just tell it whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
That's how I made like all the intros to my podcast episodes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Nice.
They shut Sora down completely because it was like, I think it was like not only not profitable, I think they were losing like millions of dollars
Really?
with it.
Gotcha.
But it was amazing.
That's
So,
cool. No, I
Now
didn't
that
know
they've
nothing
shut
about
it down, I'm scrambling to find like a good video generator.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm sure.
I was
it's
very
definitely out there.
spoiled to that.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be out there though.
I know like there's Google VO and like Seed Dance, things like that, but a lot of those aren't free.
Yeah.
The good versions of them aren't free. Like you can get like the outdated version.
Yeah, a lot of them you got to pay a little something for.
But the outdated, I don't know. It just doesn't satisfy like what I'm wanting it to do.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's crap. I'm checking base 44, and that's an app or web browser.
I've been doing it off a web browser. Tell you the truth, I hadn't even
Check to see if there's an
bothered to
app.
see if it was an app. Let's see here. Could be base. Let's see here. I'd say it is. Yeah, it's an app.
Oh wow.
At least it looks like it is.
This is crazy. The things that like technology right now is wild.
It's exploding. with
Are
all
you
this AI.
like? Are you weary of AI at all? Are you worried about it in any?
I think the only thing I'm just kind of a little weary about is I just don't want AI to completely ruin the job market of getting rid of millions of jobs.
I don't think it will, but I mean, I'm not an expert by any means.
I worry about that because then we're going to hit this pivotal point of possibly considering a universal income.
Universal basic income.
And then that's going to completely change everything if we do.
Yep.
Because
Elon Musk talks about universal high income. Have you seen him talk about it?
universal high income? See, I don't
He
even know.
he predicts that it will get to a point of universal high income where everyone has a lot of money.
See, I don't know.
That doesn't sound terrible if you just hear it on like
Man,
face
but
value.
the thing is, it's kind of like, then what happens and where does the money come from?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, even if you do universal income, where's the money come from that you pay all these people with? We already don't have enough money to supply Social Security payouts for the next so many years
Yep.
after like 2033. So where does the money come for universal income?
That's
You know?
above my pay grade. I don't know. I don't even know like how to begin to contribute to a conversation on it, to be honest.
I don't know, man.
And I think that's a big problem in society.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people that don't know how to contribute to a conversation about a lot of things, but they do anyway.
Oh, I know. It's scary.
Man, just admit you don't know.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people can't.
We saw that during COVID a lot.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
A lot of people didn't know what was going on, but pretended to.
No, man. I think a lot of people's afraid to act like they didn't.
I don't know. I'm a big AI supporter, I think, right now. I love it.
I like the possibilities and the potential of a lot that it can do.
As a aspiring author, it's very beneficial to me. Like when I'm working on a book, let's say I'm writing like a novel, and my main, like I'm not doing this, but like let's say my main character is like a detective, and I'm writing like a crime novel. Obviously, I never went through the police academy, or I was never in that role, so like I don't know like typical protocols and what. 10 years ago, I have to research and like read about that. Now I can ask. I've got a little buddy on my phone that knows everything, and I can ask him.
I watched a video of a lady last night that as a side gig, she's got multiple. She uses AI to write novels.
It writes the novel for her.
She uses AI to write it. Like she tells it about, she tells it her characters, and she went through just a little bit. She's like, here's my characters.
Yeah.
Here's what their personalities are. Here's the story. Here's what it's about. And she just did a quick template, and she told it to write the first chapter. Boom. Wrote it. She's like, go ahead and write the second chapter. Boom.
Yeah.
And she just kept telling it where to do certain things,
like
but she put up all the prompts.
Yeah.
In terms of like, she's like, okay, this is going to happen, this, and this, and this. And it literally wrote it, and it was pretty eye-opening.
See, I hear that. That part of AI bothers me. I'm not gonna. So I've published a novel. I started writing that novel before like ChatGPT. I don't know. It might have been a thing when I started writing it. If it was a thing, I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
It may have just been coming on the scene or whatever. I didn't know about it. Wrote the novel, revised, rewrote, had beta readers, and then I started pursuing like traditional publishing. And I never had any luck with that. So then I looked into self-publishing. Before I self-published it, ChatGPT was a thing, and I used it for like a lot of revision.
Yeah, of course.
So I hear that. I don't think AI did my job for me.
Yeah.
That is AI.
It's doing the job. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie and say I've never like asked AI to write a chapter for me.
Yeah.
It's never written a chapter. I've only published one book.
Yeah.
It never wrote a chapter for me in like my book.
Yeah.
But I've played around with it.
Well, yeah, of course.
I don't think it's very skillful.
Yeah.
Like if you read an AI chapter of a book, it's like I can tell it's AI. I feel like.
I will say though, the one I was watching, it's pretty impressive.
She's probably skillful at prompting.
She was very skillful at it.
Like I imagine she's had it rewrite the same chapter probably multiple times.
Yeah, she gave it like prompts on what to do everything about in every situation, personalities. It was interesting.
Yeah, see, if you ask it to write a chapter for you, it's going to spit out like a 2-page chapter. You got it. You have to like ask
sure.
It, yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's part of life now.
Oh, 100%. I'm gonna have to run. Just want to call these people, but I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you coming on. I hope you're open to coming back sometime. Maybe we'll dive into the AI conversation a little more.
Oh, hey, we'll go down the rabbit hole if we do.
And also my road trip idea.
Yes. Just
The
remind me. We'll
mobile
set up a date
basement.
for that.
All right.
Shoot, I'll have a
Summer
blast.
break's going to work better for me on that, so we'll
We
get
can do that.
something set up when school's out.
Hey, that'd be great.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Everybody out there, stay tuned.